make money off our name, cool. That's fine. But there's going to be consequences to your actions. We are going to pursue you guys legally if you come after us and make false allegations, use our name for clout or whatever it is. If you're going to make hit pieces, you're going to get hit back. But the problem is that you're not going to get hit back by us on video. You're going to get hit back by the lawyers, and they're going to hit your pockets. So make a decision on what you want to do when you want to make videos and hit pieces on us. Y'all want to clout chase? Cool. But now it's going to come at a cost. It was not fun in games all before 2 months ago when you guys were making these crazy allegations. Now that we're fighting back, there's an issue. Now we're going to take everything that we need to do from a legal perspective to come after you guys. Once again, if you use our content without our express written consent, we will come after you. All right? So it's up to you guys what you want to do. You want to make hit pieces? Cool. You're going to get hit back. Without
Hey, looks like we fucked up. We're using your contact, buddy. Ow. Oh, wait. Are we supposed to say fair use? Fair use. Guys, they got me, y'all. They got me. The Fresh and Fit boys, they got me with this copyright strike, y'all. They got me. And honestly, I think it's time we have a nice little discussion about what the hell going on here. Because, listen, I told y'all boys before. I freaking told y'all, dog, making this move was going to be freaking disastrous for your goddamn channel. Now, did we say this, right? Not just us. The bigger creators also said the exact same thing. This right here was a dumb freaking move. And I'm sorry, man. It's like you guys have been taking L's after L's after L's. You know what? I gotta give it to the Fresh and Fit stands for a second, girl. I have to give it to the Fresh and Fit stands because I have never seen a large group of people take such a massive L and still pretend that there's nothing else going on. So listen, y'all, when it comes to freaking unaccountability, you guys take the freaking cake. And you know what? You've learned very well from your dear leaders, Myron Gaines and the Fresh and Fit crew, all right? Listen, we're going to have a conversation about this because I woke up this morning and I woke up to some interesting correspondence, right? And it sounds a little bit similar to some of the ones that you guys have actually seen on other platforms. Shout out to you, the lead attorney, right? And I woke up, man. It was crazy because I saw a comment from Solo TV 84. If you guys know who that is, right? Shout out to you, brother. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're past November, dog. Okay, Trump's still not president. I don't know what else to tell you. You owe somebody $1,000. That's right. Listen. I woke up to a comment talking about he gonna get you next, right? Then I'm looking in the emails. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And voila, I get a message saying, hey, there's been a strike. Or what do you call it? Let me pull this up right here. Let me pull this up because we're gonna go through this stuff together. We're gonna go through this stuff together because when I was reading it, man, I'm like, listen, there were certain elements that made me not take this seriously. Right. At first you're reading, you're like, all right, well, you know, they got me on some of my videos. And it wasn't just one video, it wasn't just 2 videos, it wasn't just 3. Bro, they for real tried to delete this damn channel, bro. I think they got me on like 7 or 8 videos, dog. They were ready. So I was reading through this because I'm like, what in the hell? Like, I'm using majority of their content. Like, what in the hell are you talking about, dog? Like, I definitely don't sit here and just play freaking Fresh and Fit's videos all day long. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I'm inserting a lot of my content into it too as well, and my perspective into it. So how, you tell me, if I'm putting my words in matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I made some of those clips way more entertaining than the actual podcast itself. So I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, well, I transformed this content. What are y'all talking about? Like, this is completely new. Like, how are you going to say I'm using majority of the content? So I'm reading through this and I'm going to share it with you guys because I thought it was the most ridiculous thing in the world. Like, I absolutely could not believe what I was seeing, right? Let me know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in here, guys. All right, I had to crop it, but let's zoom in here. Let's zoom in. All right. So waking up, this is what I got: copyright infringement notification, right? And this was the correspondence, right? And all of these, right? All of these here as we go down, all these URL, right? These are all the different videos that this is the end of this one. Like they got a damn near a boatload of them, dog. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, time out. I'm over here. I'm trying to. How am I using majority of your content, dog? I don't get it. So it's saying these are links in question, and one of the videos I actually know, and it was I'm not gonna jack to y'all. It was actually pretty funny. It was pretty funny, but I was reading through this, and I'm like, okay, so you're gonna try to take down not one, two. We got more, y'all. Hold up, we got tons more. Let me pull this all up. I'm trying to pull this up because I saved all of this. Hold up. All of this. All right. So we got the second one over here, right? So let's go to the second one. So look at all these videos, right? Look at bro, and I wouldn't jack though. It makes sense. It makes sense, y'all, how y'all would come hard at your bro. Listen, I'm seeing channels get 3 videos struck down. So, hey, Abba, they damn near went after him too, because and we're gonna review that video too as well, right? It went after 20 of his videos, right? And a lot of this stuff, man, it was just. And here's a crazy thing I found wild about this, because a lot of this was just pointing out the inconsistencies between the ideas. It wasn't sitting there taking your goddamn freaking content and just putting it up there like I want people to just sit there and just take your stuff, your content that you're preaching out there without some kind of brought back to reality. Because a lot of the shit these guys talk about is completely unreal. So first of all, one of those videos, y'all remember the whole Lamborghini and Fresh Prince and whatnot. Y'all remember that, right? Apparently. Me doing a video on that, calling out the fact that, bro, this is a stage, clearly staged, right? And these girls, they wouldn't even want you, even if you had the Lambo, bro. They were paid, and you still made them look awkward, right? I'm just pointing out these different things, and y'all gonna come at your bro like this. This is what's up. I'm actually honored, dog. I'm honored. And you know what? Shout out to the guys who took the initial hit, right? You got your videos took down and whatnot. Listen, big respects to you, because I would tell you this, guys, the Duke and Don channel would have been over with. I shit you not. We would have been done if it wasn't for that. If it wasn't for y'all out there making sure that YouTube knew that this shit was frivolous, that all of this shit was completely. Hold on, that was number one. That was number 3. Because now we're gonna start getting into the good stuff, right? This is when I started realizing that some of this shit was cap, right? Because right here, right? And you guys kind of saw this already. All those videos they were trying to strike down. These fools was like, okay, I'm authorized on the behalf of the exclusive right that is allegedly infringed. I have a good faith belief that the use of material in this manner complaint is not authorized by the copy owner, its agent, or the law, and this notification is accurate. Right? Look at the section, they notified it, and there's a signature. Now the attorney's name over here that's on the signature is different from the person who is actually going back and forth with the correspondence, actually. So this idiot over here who they hired, right, who then ended up contracting or sending off the work to the person who we're about to see in a second, who was going back and forth with the YouTube team, right? They didn't even hold up. Let me look. Let's go with the first response, right? Because this person is completely different than the person that had their name signed on that actual document. But this is the response back to all of that, right? Because I was reading through. And I was talking to Don about this earlier this morning. I'm like, Don, yo, I can't. First of all, we're kind of air high-fiving each other because we're like, damn, we didn't know the Fresh and Fit boys had the cojones to do it, but they did it. And the reason why we were talking about this, because Don and I already knew, right? Before we even get into this, let me put my mug back in here. So y'all can look at me say this real quick, right? Before we even got into this, we already had a conversation. We already knew, like, listen, first of all, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, maybe they can go after a few channels. That makes sense, right? But if they're going to do this at such a scale that I think that they're doing this at, it's not going to work out for your channel, bro. I mean, this is just common sense. And like, am I tripping or what? This is common sense. If you are out here, and the way these guys did it, bro, the way these guys, it seems like they just like spam. It was almost like spam. Like you just sent out a spam freaking email. Y'all know how that just gets shot out, right? That's the way it seemed. And you're sitting there, I'm talking to Don. I'm saying, no, there's no way. There's no way they're going to do this, man, because here's what's going to happen. they run the huge risk of having their channel taken down, right? Okay, you know, they could make a publicity stunt out of the bigger creators, right? They can make a publicity stunt out of, you know, some of these other creators, but there's no way, because who would be that stupid to jeopardize their channel? And I was wrong. I wasn't wrong once. I wasn't wrong twice. I was wrong 3 times. The kind of people that would potentially, intentionally screw up and blow up their own channel is the Fresh and Fit boys. Like, y'all did it twice for Box, right? You did it once with Myron screwing up over here with Anna Quinn, which, by the way, was another video they were trying to strike down. It's like, nigga, please. Majority of that content that was even in that video wasn't even from your channel. Like, when I knew that, I knew it was cap, bro. I instantly knew it was cap. So, let me get this straight, right? You tried to blow up your channel with the whole Anna Quinn thing. Y'all got lucky. Y'all got real freaking lucky, right? And y'all managed to bounce back, right? And your bounce back, I don't even call it real, because for those of you guys don't know, if you guys have been following this channel, we've exposed this a long time ago. All these subs that you're seeing, right? All these subs you're seeing are coming from the Fresh and Fit Spirit Bomb Challenge. That's right, I said it. They are giving away Rolexes and a free goddamn trip to the studio to spend time with yours truly, Fresh Prince CEO. Listen, if any of y'all Fresh and Fit trolls in the building right now, you know, if y'all didn't know about this before I let y'all know about it, you know, you can take your butt over there and let them know Duke and Don sent you, okay? I could use a brand new Rolex, all right? These great value Walmart brand watches ain't working for me, you know what I'm saying? But take your butt over there, because that's what they're doing. So they get these guys to do referrals. You refer 1,000 people, whatnot, some sub to the channel, you get your chance in for a drawing, right? So when you do all that and you see your sub count go up, right? And then you do all these other things to pad your views, you do your stories. And by the way, I got no problem with the strategy they're using, right? I got no problem with it. You got to do what you got to do to survive. There are giveaway channels all over the place, right? But it's the authentic part about it that first of all, is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, because you're doing it through disingenuous means, right? Especially in this space. In any other space, it makes sense, right? Gaming channels, I've seen them give away free gifts and different things like that. I've seen that happen. But you're here on a channel where you're supposed to be helping young men. I think this is where it hits the hardest, right? Because we talk about not being enough protections out there, not only for just men, but for women out here too as well. We talked about some of these fake femininity coaches out here. We already called some of them out. Some of y'all sisters in there, y'all didn't like it, but I had to do it. I had to. They're fake too. There's some of them out there. We call them all out, right? We equal opportunity over here. But it's one of those things where, like, y'all 3 times. Let me get back to this for a second. 3 times. I never thought that a podcast, especially one coming out of the manosphere, that's supposed to help men become smarter, become more successful, become, you know, good with the box, with the girls, right? And twice, y'all almost nuked your channel for Box. Y'all proved twice that you were willing to throw everything that you had, everything that you worked for, the money, the time, the blood, I'm assuming the sweat that you spent invested in your show. You willing to throw it out for Box. And you expect the real ones to automatically believe the fact that your boy Fresh lay with 1,000 girls when he's willing to sell out his own goddamn show for Box, including you. So, okay, fine. You fooled me once. All right, great. Now you fooled me twice. Damn, it's on me now that I'm looking mighty stupid at this point, because I'm like, damn, Fresh, hey, toi, they got you too, bro? Oh, shit. Now, we got number 3, right? Now, this one didn't have really anything to do with Box, but this one, I'm sorry, bro. Anyone who has the intellectual bandwidth higher than goddamn room temperature can look at this and say, hey, listen, this is something that you start doing, brother, this gonna hurt you. This is gonna hurt you, dog. You don't want to go back down this path, because the people you're trying to call out, especially when you talk about Spencer, right? We talk about Spencer Cornelia, right? He is the kind of person that's so very thorough in his videos, man. It's one of those things where it's like, how, because I've watched this video, and I'm sure some of y'all in the chat have watched some of his videos too as well. I'm like, this is the most impersonal, straightforward, like, video ever. You coming after old boy? Oh shit. Oh, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap, son, because clearly you're gonna be in a position where you're gonna lose. And not just that. Here's how I knew this dude was on some bullshit. Here's how I knew this was not also gonna work out, right? Because these other creators, not just because they pay attention to the manosphere space and they comment on it because of the bullshit that goes on thanks to YouTube, right? Y'all are the gift that just keeps on giving. Even now, y'all keep just blessing us with this shit. And y'all, honestly, that's part of the reason why I don't want them to go away. like, come on. This is entertaining, right? Fresh and Fit are the necessary, what do you call it? The necessary evil, right? The villain that we didn't ask for, but we need. Just real talk. We didn't ask for Fresh and Fit, right? Thank you, Solo TV 84. I appreciate you putting them boys together, right? We didn't ask for them, but that's what we got. And you know what? The YouTube space has been very interesting, but it's crazy how y'all are willing to throw all this stuff away and to go straight forward, go ahead and do this with these kind of creators, not knowing who they know, knowing people who are also outside of this space, outside the manosphere space. Like, dog, are you tripping? And some of these channels are connected with other channels that are really PC as hell. And some of y'all know, if y'all follow this channel for a long time, y'all seen some of the exposed videos we've done on some of these red pill manosphere dudes, right? Right? I call them the hardliners, the hardline red pill guys, right? The ones that create rigid rules, rigid structures, saying that you got to follow this, but on the back end, I ain't doing that. What you mean? That's rules for you, bruh. I ain't going to do that. You best believe I'm going to pay for box. But no, y'all go buy my course so y'all can get that burning desire. Listen, ever since dude came out with that video talking about it's cool for real players to have STDs. Listen, that term burning desire means something completely different to me now, dog. I'm going to just be real fresh. Whenever I hear you say burning desire, dog, I'm thinking about that itch you can't scratch, dog. The fact that you out here telling your young dudes only real players get burned. Like, what the fuck is that, dog? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of crap that I'm talking about. Dudes with no real world experience, with no freaking it's like almost like you guys are living a goddamn high school fantasy. And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all, bro. I've been trying to say, y'all want to call people clout chasers. I'm like, nah, all this shit that y'all are doing, I did it in high school. The problems y'all had with girls, I fixed that in high school. The problem y'all had with talking to women, approaching it, you fixed that in high school. You fixed that in college. All of that stuff. You want to be with multiple girlfriends, y'all. You get that out in college. You get that out in high school. What the hell are these dudes talking about? So you look into that, you're like, man, if you're out here teaching these young dudes how to go out there and throw bricks like Myron over here, what do you expect is gonna freaking happen? Think about it. Anybody out here, I dare y'all I dare any one of y'all motherfuckers to go out there and spit the exact same game that dude's spitting and see how it works out for you, right? But this guy can sit here with all the flash, with all the nonsense, and sell y'all a dream. And then when people try to call it out and say, hey, yo, you being fooled right now because this shit is so easy to fool. It's not even funny, dog. Brother, let me just let you know what's happening right now, right? Just dropping it all. Y'all to believe it. And then the third time, this time when you're going after other content creators who know other people who are running other channels that are PC as fuck. And y'all don't know if y'all don't know what PC is by now, I'm telling you, man, you want to talk about cancel culture? Bruh, it's one thing to have this be fun and games, right? Because it is all fun and games. I mean, this is online. It's never supposed to be fucking real. That's what you have reality for, because you have reality. You know, you exist in that shit, right? But online, it should be. But some of y'all take this shit seriously. And another thing, if you're getting so fucking sick and tired of people criticizing you and the shit that you say, you got to look into the shit that you say. Aren't y'all the same ones when these same girls come on these shows talking about I've been with this relationship, it didn't work out. I've been with that relationship, it didn't work out, right? And then they're trying to shift the blame, to shift the accountability thing that you all like to talk about, right? That women don't hold themselves, right? And then y'all try to say, well, no, you guys are the common denominator. You guys are, right? Every single relationship you guys have been in, you have been the common denominator. Okay, fine. All these different controversies, all these different reaction videos, all these channels are doing on you. Who the fuck's the common denominator? You tell me that. And then after you answer that question, Myron Gaines and Fresh Prince CEO, then you let me know where the accountability's at. You let me know where the goddamn accountability's at. Because I'm sorry, bro, I'm lost. I don't know where it's at. Because what it seemed to me is that the shit that you're preaching to these ladies, that you're preaching for these dudes, these talking points, is for them, but then y'all follow completely different rules. Y'all follow completely different rules than what you're telling these guys to follow. And when people on the outside who are not brainwashed, like the dudes that are following you, when they call it out and say, hey, y'all, I came from the real world. Let me tell you something, bro. Like this shit right here, this is where a lot of the pockets are coming from. It's not from these businesses. It's not from these ventures. It's not from all this stuff. It's from this. It's from fooling y'all. That's where all of this shit is coming from. And it's just letting y'all know, nothing wrong with them making their money. Oh, no. No, make your money. I advocate for people making bread. I advocate for that. But what I'm saying is, if you're not actually living that life, then who the fuck are you to be qualified to actually teach that, right? Because then what happens is the bigger you get, the harder it is for you to cover all sides. Let me say that again. The bigger you get, the harder it is for you to cover all sides. And this is what DJ Academic was trying to tell you, Fresh Prince CEO. This is what he was trying to say. He's like, you trying to work and talk with these rappers and interview them, dog. I got to make sure you're legit. And right now, sitting behind the scenes, I'm seeing some stuff that, brother, that don't match up to what you're saying right now. He came on your own podcast and outed y'all. Hey, where's his strike at? Because then he ran streams with your videos on it. Where's his strike at, bruh? What? You only strike down what? Come on, where's his strike? Because he did a bunch of reaction to your content. I want to see that. But when he called your ass out, when he did all of that, exposing you guys, letting y'all know, and y'all, first of all, y'all didn't really even say nothing about that. But the main point I'm trying to make is his criticisms was exactly what we were trying to tell you, right? Some of us were being funny about it. I know I was. I was having a ball, y'all. I was having fun, and I still am. We're going to get into some good old-fashioned roasting. We're going to get into it, baby, right? So I was having fun, and some channels, they took it seriously. Some channels were, look, and I've seen some of their streams, and they came with the heat, right? So different channels were talking about different aspects of it, but the main course of the point of the whole thing was what DJ Academics outlined. You guys are not living that lifestyle. So he validated what we've been saying. Why is it so freaking hard for y'all to then just say, okay, let me pause for a second. Let me just relax. Let me just chill for a second, y'all. What is it about me that, or the show that we're doing that's still getting these same reactions? No, y'all didn't do that. What y'all did is like, fuck it. Fuck everybody else. Y'all pulled a Donnie Boy. That's what y'all did. Y'all pulled a Donnie Boy, right? I guess, hey, guys, I'm sorry. We're all being trolled. All this shit was just one giant troll. Hey, Donnie Boy Sharp, I hope you're listening, dog. Hey, it looks like the whole community came after your boy this time. I would love to see a defense of this one. Hey, Donnie Boy, I want to see what you got to say to this shit. I want to know if this shit was trolling, okay? And you tell me the 10-dimensional chess these niggas were playing. I want to know. You can teach me some of that shit too, because I want to see how y'all going to get out of this one. Because y'all right now, and we're going to play a video, right? We're going to play a video, but let me, we'll get through this correspondence. I'm sorry. I went in for a second, y'all. Holy smokes. You got 440 people in the chat. I appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate it. Did I miss some? I'm definitely sure I missed some super chats, bro. We'll get into it. We will get into them. Jennifer Grover, I appreciate you. Hey, darlings, I'm really loaded right now. Hey, you better get that drink up, girl. I'm with you. We having fun. This is going to be a dope stream, girl. We having fun. That's what it is. I appreciate you being here, man. No, shout out to you guys. I went in. There's another one. I appreciate you, Jermaine Glenn, for the $20 super sticker. Thank you. But yeah, It's like y'all, I don't understand. So not once, not twice, but 3 times. And on the third time, you still managed to fuck that up. And now you gave yourself 7 days before it got deleted, right? And I'm telling my boy Don, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. I honestly thought Myron was smarter than this. I thought the guys that over at the Fresh and Fit, I thought they were smarter. I thought they would say, okay, listen, clearly if we do this route, we're probably gonna get looked at as being a little vindictive. And YouTube's copyright laws, they're saying if we do this, we can get our channel banned. And here's where you fucked up, because the people you went after in this case are bigger than you. much bigger than you. And on top of that, they also have friends who are bigger than your podcast, bigger than both your podcasts that you have. Matter of fact, Playback, their channel, fucking Agent Alone, his other podcast dwarfs yours by a mile, by a freaking mile. Like it's not even a comparison at this point. But that shows y'all the mentality of some of these dudes that are coming in. It don't matter if you're in your 30s or 40s or 28 or whatever the hell, how old you are. None of that freaking matters, right? Because it's a mentality thing, and you can clearly see where the mentality is at. And now for those of you guys who are watching and you guys are fanboys in the building, right? I hope you guys at least understand. But, I mean, let's face it, most of you are not going to get this message, right? Y'all not going to pick up what I'm putting down. But it's just one of those things you guys understand that this is not one of those podcasts or one of those shows where a lot of it is just helping you find women. A lot of it is just telling you ideologies to keep you emotionally invested in them so you can keep rewarding them with your hard-earned money, which in most cases, that's fine. I don't believe it or not, that's fine. In sales is all about getting people emotionally invested in you, right? Because if they don't like you, they're not going to buy from you. All right. So that's part of it. The problem comes in the talking points, because the talking points becomes negative, right? And you see the anger shows. You see the kind of super chats. You see the kind of messages you see in the chats and whatnot going against women, even going against some of themselves. And you look at that and you're like, is that some kind of healthy mindset that you want your boys listening to coming out here? Is that some kind of mindset you want your girls taking in there coming out here, right? All these other examples they have for what is supposed to represent the modern woman, right? Of course, it's going to get a lot of dudes jaded. So women are going to be upset when they watch that. Men who obviously don't run into those same kind of girls, or who don't have that kind of experience with girls, right? They're going to look at that, or they're going to have two things, right? Either they're going to carry on with that same mindset and go around start taking souls out here like your boy Fresh, or they're going to be so goddamn jaded, not only about what they hear, about what some of the things the girls say on your show, but the fact that a lot of things that they say doesn't do anything to advance the conversation forward. It just confirms a lot of the biases that they've been thinking about. It makes them leave the room a lot angrier when they're thinking about women, right? And we even think about that when they're dealing with women online. Now imagine in the real world, because some of y'all don't know how to separate the two. Some of y'all don't know how to realize what needs to stay online and what needs to stay in the real world. Y'all can't differentiate between that. So y'all bring that nonsense into the real world and you wonder why you're not successful. This is why we come after them, folks. So back to it. So then this is when I knew this dude fucked up, or whoever was writing this legal shit, right? This is how I knew they fucked up. This is how I knew, right? Because this dude said, his response was, "Dear YouTube team, regarding your request below, we explain how you're authorized to make this claim, including supporting documentation or other evidence wherever possible. Could you please clarify this request?" Time out. They said send proof that I copyright infringed Fresh and Fit. They said send proof. How the hell is your response going to be like, could you please clarify this request? They're asking you to send evidence on the claim that you're making, because they have reason to believe that this claim that you're making may be fraudulent, bruh. And you're going to say, are you requesting proof that this firm represents the copyright holders, or are you requesting proof that our clients own the copyrights in question, right? And then YouTube was like, oh man, oh nah, dude. I don't know who this person is, but they're clearly not getting the goddamn message. Let me clarify this so this person who is so inexperienced, what a child, right? Because listen, I wouldn't expect anything less from the boys at Fresh and Fit, right? I mean, why not hire children to do a man's work? So YouTube then says, all right, listen, bro. We remain concerned that your claim of copyright infringement may not be valid. To help verify that you hold a copyright interest in the works allegedly infringed will require additional details, information such as copyright registration certificate, if the works are registered, or any supporting documentation will help process your request. So that's all you have to do, right? Provide support and documentation, because what it seems like YouTube understands and everyone else understands, but Fresh and Fit and the attorneys that they decide to hire, is that the proof that you're sending in isn't a valid freaking claim, especially when it's manually reviewed. It's not valid, dog, right? Maybe the first channels, and shout out to y'all that took the hit, right? The first channels that fell on the sword and got the strike ban instantly because of the automated process. It wasn't like that, right? Because the other channels, they started to realize something. Wait a minute, all these channels are using stuff now? Like, what's happening? Right now, you're trying to take down all these different videos. What's going on, right? And then they're telling us, hey, we're going to leave the video up, guys. Okay, we don't know. We're going to figure out what's going on here. We're going to leave the video up. That's what we're going to do. But we'll just let you know this is what these guys are on. So then they say, please understand that we won't be able to process your request until we have received this verification, because we are still concerned that this takedown request may have been fraudulent. If you don't respond to this email within 7 days, or respond with no additional substantive information, your YouTube account may be terminated. You may be able to avoid termination if you retract your takedown request. If you wish to do so, please reply to this email. I hereby retract and claim my claim of copyright infringement. Even to the fact they had to start off the sentence for him. They would literally, man. It's like one of those things where, you know, your buddy's trying to help you out. Like, hey, bro, like, hey, like, you know, this is, you know, tell you the right answers without telling you the right answers. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I don't want to verbally, like, just straight up tell you, hey, bro, like, don't put your hand on the fucking stove. But I suggest, and what they say, we remain concerned that you may put your hand on that stove, and that may not be a good idea. And guess what? You think this dude got it afterwards? I think not. But YouTube, by this point, already recognized that this was a fraudulent claim. And here's the crazy thing. Bro. Because I was doing this. I was like, when I had to reread this whole thing, because I only read the first part when I first saw it, right? I read the first part. I'm just like, what's going on here? So I'm like, look at them, like, all right, this is cool. And I'm thinking in my mind, how we gonna go to battle? Because you know how we do. I'm Nigerian, bro. We always ready to go to war. We always ready to go to war, dog. So I'm thinking about, okay, who do I know I can call? Because what y'all don't understand, let me tell you something what y'all don't understand. Just because I don't come out here and put my whole life and my business and what I do and do all this flashy shit, right? Like Fresh and Fit. Because I don't do that, because I don't feel the need to. Y'all don't think I got networks. All right? There's a thing you do when you work in finance. You network with different people, real estate guys, mortgage bankers, right? You freaking even contractors, right? You network. And some of those people you network with, right? You go to different meetings and, you know, town halls and things like that, right? The people that are also in that group, and guess what? Attorneys are in that group. Attorneys that work with business. Attorneys that work with branding and copyright. So it's one of those things I'm thinking in my mind. I'm like, who the hell can I contact? Who the hell can I, like, whatnot? So I'm like, all right, let me just get the reading, because I got to figure out what's going on. I got to figure out what is happening here before I start trying to make phone calls and send text messages and whatnot. Then I came across this last piece right here. And Primal, if you're in the chat, Don, I sent y'all a text. I was like, hey, listen, I think YouTube might be on our side on this one. They're like, what you talking about, Duke? I'm like, listen, I think YouTube may be on our side on this one, because they ain't talking about our channel getting terminated. Last time I checked, I had to reread this. They said, if you don't respond to this email within 7 days or respond with no additional substantive information, your YouTube account may be terminated. I'm like, they definitely not coming after us because I'm not emailing back and forth to these dudes. They're definitely not talking about who y'all talking about. Who may get deleted here? And I realize it's going to be them. Like, y'all are putting yourself in a situation that is getting incredibly hard to crawl out of. You see what I'm saying? So I keep reading because now all of a sudden, this is getting interesting now. This is getting real freaking interesting because now I'm realizing, okay, well, shit, YouTube is kind of on our side on this one, right? So let's figure out what's going on. So then I'm reading further, and this person responds, and he says, each of these videos in question either use significant section of our client's content pulled directly from videos on their YouTube channel or have lifted entire videos from their YouTube channel. Furthermore, because you got to add the furthermore in there, you got to be fancy with it, right? Furthermore, let me zoom this back in so y'all can see it. We believe that the videos in question are all being used for commercial purposes without alteration, which necessarily defeats any fair use exceptions to copyright infringement. All of this has been done without the consent of Fresh and Fit. Think about it. Then I looked at this line, right? Because then I had to pull up the first video. The first video I pulled up, that was a video of, that was our channel, right? The one that we came out clowning y'all. I mean, listen. Fresh, Myron. Listen, I don't know why y'all taking this personally. Y'all can clap back too. Y'all got roast sessions, don't y'all? Y'all can clap back. It's okay. I'm a grown person. I can take the heat. Okay, y'all ain't gotta go this route. But to then say and look at that video, and I'll play that video. I'll play a little bit of it, right? But to then say in that same video that I didn't alter the content in any sort of way whatsoever. What are you talking about? Me reacting to it is by definition altering the content in a certain way. So I never really understood that because none of this makes any sense. And the more back and forth they were going, I'm just like, oh man, the Fresh and Fit boys are in trouble. They are in trouble, dog. I'm texting Don. I'm like, yo, these guys are dumb. I can't believe they did it. Don, I was wrong. Don. I thought they would learn their lesson. And I thought that man, Don, we're being trolled. Go check Donovan Sharp's channel right now. Go check Donnie Boy's channel. I want to see if he got a video out saying that this is all a troll. It has to be because these guys don't realize what they are doing and what is about to happen. When I read that they had 7 days until account termination, I said, oh boy, oh my God, they done it now. They have done it now. This is ridiculous. Oh, they coming after y'all. They coming after y'all. If not, definitely looking into y'all a lot closely. And I'm pretty sure there's some things they'll find in that podcast, in those shows. Bruh, didn't you just have a recent episode where somebody pulled a firearm on you? I'm sorry, maybe I missed that. Was there not a show where the same ladies were involved? I won't say the same exact ladies, but there was a situation where there were ladies involved, right? The same formula. But in this case, your boy Academics and the lady got into an altercation and a firearm was pulled out. Oh, shit. Okay. So I'm sorry, bro, but this right here, it's like taking that same dagger and then stabbing yourself in the foot. That's what it is, right? Or taking that same gun that you got that you pulled on Allende and you pulled on the other girl on that show, right? Taking that same gun that you got and shooting yourself in the foot because that's what the hell you did. This is a digital representation of you, Myron Gaines and Fresh Prince CEO, shooting yourselves in the foot. Like, this is crazy. And I want y'all to think. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that Fresh and Fit's channel is going to go away because of this. Put a 1 in the chat if you think so. Put a 2 if you don't think it's going to go away. I know where I'm leaning. I know exactly where I'm leaning. All right, let me see. Put a 1 or 2. I want to see it. I want to know what y'all think. Is it going to be here or not? I want to know. But let's go into the let's go into the other response here. So after the legal paralegal responded, right? Then this person responds back with this response saying, "We are concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for some or all of the videos identified in your notification." And this is about like 7 to 9 videos, by the way. So they were really gunning for us, right? Please keep in mind that in many countries, it is legal to use copyrighted works in specific ways without the owner's authorization, particularly for transformative purposes, such as news reporting, parody, commentary, key fucking word, or review, another key fucking word. And what the hell did we do with the goddamn channel? We commented on it and we reviewed the bullshit that was going on in there. That's what happened, right? So then they say, if you still believe your copyright is infringed by YouTube's video identified in your notification, please explain in detail why you think so. We ask that you would provide more detail that was included in your initial notice. All right. Here are some questions you may wish to consider. They're even trying to coach this person. Y'all, they are trying to coach a paralegal, dog, on how to file a claim. This is wild. This is freaking wild, dog. So he then says, how much of the copyrighted work is used? How much is the market of your original work affected by this use? Does this use significantly transform your original work, or does it serve the same purpose? Does it use fall into exception to copyright protections? Please note that we may share your response with the uploader, which they did. They did. All right. They did share it with us. I ain't even gonna jack. And that's what I'm sharing with you guys because you guys are family at this point. So the person's clapping back saying, and when I read this, I started laughing. When I read this, I started laughing, dog, because I'm like, it's over. This is when I knew it was over for the Fresh and Fit boys, right? I read this, and then it says, "Dear YouTube team, it confuses me that I received 2 different responses for the same complaint." I read that. I'm like, oh, dog, it's over. It's freaking over. It says, because YouTube only allows for me to report 10 videos for each complaint. So I made 2 separate complaints for our client. Fresh and Fit. We have provided additional information on how our client's rights is infringed as we are communicated to you via 2 emails at the same time. Right. So this is the example. And this is what YouTube kind of gave them. But ultimately, that was the correspondence that we saw. And when I saw that, bro, I was reading it. I'm like, oh God, oh we got some ones. Oh, y'all vindictive. Oh y'all, oh goddamn. Not. I don't think their channel's gonna go anywhere, man. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. It's not, and that's the fortunate and also unfortunate thing about it. But that's life, right? Life, you gotta accept the good with the bad, right? And their channel is gonna be there because, as you guys see, they have diehard fans and standboys who really don't have a whole lot of experience supporting this shit. Matter of fact, y'all know they got that spirit bomb. Man, what am I? I can show y'all better than I can freaking tell you. Y'all know that they got that spirit bomb challenge. Y'all want to know how they got y'all want to know how their sub counts going up? I'm gonna put y'all on some game. Dog. Hey, Myron, Fresh Prince, strike me down again. And strike me down again, buddy. I'm about to play your shit. Strike me down, bro. I want you to strike me down. Hey, we're gonna share the screen. Watch. Y'all want to see how they're getting their subs up so fast? Y'all want to see this? Oh shit. Oh, look, it's still going. It's still going. They got about 22 days left, guys. You got to give them all your energy. You got to give them all your spirit bomb energy, guys. They got to reach a million subs. So if you guys want to know how their subs are moving up so fast and why their view count is kind of like stagnating a little bit, this is why. So it also begs to differ because I have an interesting. We're gonna put the tinfoil hats on, right? We're gonna put the tinfoil hats on for a second, right? After we read through the requirements, I want y'all to know what these stand boys and why these guys serve a niche in this market. But I want you to know how dedicated these stand boys are when it comes to caping for the boys fresh and fit. Some of y'all in the chat right now who are stand boys, right? Some of y'all probably took part of this giveaway. Y'all, come on. Y'all seeing this is like from a blast from the past, ain't it? The ghost of Christmas past. We in December, baby. You see this? Some of y'all probably recognize this. So listen, if y'all want to wonder why their sub count's going up, but the views are stagnated and they're padding it with all these shorts and whatnot, this is it right here. And you want to talk about the dedication of these stands. Imagine back when they had a 300,000, whatever they dropped off to, right after the initial controversy, right? And then they started skyrocketing back up. What essentially happened is those soldiers, those die-hard stand boy soldiers who will rock with fresh and fit to the grave, bruh, to this day. Them dudes went out to forums, to message boards, to other channels, to the mama, the daddies, the bald-headed grannies. They went out to everybody. They shot this notification, said, hey, bruh, I got a chance to get a real Rolex out here. I'm going to need you to subscribe to my guys. Or, hey, I want to go to Miami to spend time with these two guys right over here. I want to go. Refer them to Fresh and Fit. Refer them over to Fresh and Fit and join this giveaway. You only got 22 days. 22 days before you get your free Rolex. But there's a caveat, right? There's a caveat because now there's a bunch of requirements here, right, that you got to do. I want y'all to read it. Listen. I don't know what you want me to do. Hey, you know what? Donnie boy, this is all trolling, right? I'm part of it too. I'm part of the whole troll, right? I'm not even real at this point. None of this is real. None of this exists at all. But here's what you got to do. All right, for those of y'all on the stand buildings and you guys haven't seen this yet, I'm gonna put y'all on game too. So y'all let them know Duke and Don sent you. Okay, all you have to do is join the giveaway referral program. Link is above, right here, right here, and you must subscribe to Fresh and Fit. Not only just subscribe to Fresh and Fit, you got to subscribe to Fresh and Fit clips, and they link both of them. You got to do it, right? Refer more people to the giveaway for extra entries. Ooh, you get more people in there. Well, here's the caveat. All right, I had to double look this because after I saw this, I'm like, these dudes ain't changed one bit. Because I'm sitting there like, they gonna give out a Rolex like that? How y'all gonna just give out a Rolex like that, right? How does that work? Wait, y'all, is just a Rolex like that for people just subscribing? Damn, hell no. I damn near just subbed. I want a Rolex, but then there was a caveat, right? And that caveat was you got to join Identity IQ, for $1. I think it's $1 a month too. If you want a chance at winning the Rolex, right? And the trip to Miami. So all this other shit, right? The getting the real running, you got to buy this shit, nigga. We got to get our money first. So who's paying for the Rolex, dog? Like, what's happening here, right? So you got to click the link. You join September. That's when they had this thing starting, right? So y'all, if y'all knew, like, this was right after the beef. This is right after the whole beef, right? The whole thing going on. Their channel was crashing. All this shit was happening, right? This was when it was. So right in September is when they started this shit. And like I saw this, right? And by at that time, I had like 80 freaking days to go. Right, so I saw this going on. And I was, hey, listen, I was pointing attention to this. I was like, listen, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with this, right? I just said, listen, all right, because y'all talk about guys calling into your show, right? Super chatting you about how you save their lives and all this whatnot, right? So to me, if these guys are taking your word as gospel, well, I gotta make sure that like y'all not just out here doing this for your own gain, which means just out here just getting to 1 million for the sake of getting to 1 million, right? Because let's not forget, the men need help. The men actually need help, right? The dudes that super chat you about deleting themselves and all that, those guys need help. So are you doing this for them, or are you doing this just to see yourself reach 1 million, right? To then show guys who are in this manosphere space, right? The guys who are already at 1 million subs, right? Who you guys already had a falling out with. right? To show them up like, ooh, we don't need you. We had 1 million. We had 1 million. We don't need you. We never needed you, right? So y'all can gloat and say that. Is that what it is about? Because then if it starts being about if it starts being about the numbers rather than the goddamn message, now we got a problem. Because if we want to talk about in this space that modern women this, modern women that, first of all, this I know y'all don't have that much experience, and y'all coming in with this kind of energy that's pretty much angry towards the other sex, right? Y'all talk about women way too goddamn much. I'm tired of it. Like, I'm in this space and I don't like talking about it like that. Oh, modern women did this, modern women did that, modern women did this. All right. Well, what about y'all? What are you doing? Right? Because before she becomes an eligible, marriageable wife, well, you got to be a marriageable husband, now don't you? Now let's look at your life and look at what you're doing. And then you turn out, y'all doing dumb shit like this. Y'all out here super chatting people, saying these weirdo things, taking these weirdo ideologies, and you're wondering why you can't keep a woman. Oh, yes, that's the exact same thing, too. We preach to the woman, this is why you can't keep a man. Well, this is why most of y'all dudes can't keep women. And y'all don't realize that the same kind of finger pointing y'all do at these girls is the exact same thing that you can take for yourselves. Exhibit A, look at the niggas that are teaching you. Look at the people that are teaching you. They're not even taking the same thing that they're doing for themselves. Like, this is crazy. So we know that the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So then when I look at this, I'm saying, okay, it's one thing for the ladies to be out of order, right? It's one thing for that to happen, because if the guys can get themselves in the order, ladies will fall in line, right? That's one thing. But then if you had the guys falling out of order, that's a big problem. Y'all see all these school shootings by these young boys, right? All these aggressive behaviors, because these young men are so frustrated, they're so confused, and they don't understand how to get out all these energies that they're feeling, all these experiences that they're experiencing. Most of them got daddies at home to help them walk them through it. They don't even have daddies at home to help them through it. So then they come out into the real world, or they come online. I'm sorry. They come online and they see guys like Fresh and Fit who claim they're here to help young men get women and be successful in life, right? And then you look at stuff like this on the back end, and I'm sitting there like, okay, are you actually here to help the men? Are you actually here to help the men? Or is this a numbers thing for you? All right? Because y'all want to call Kevin Samuels, right? Y'all want to call Kevin Samuels on basically talking about, well, he does a copyright too. He does a copyright infringement too. Like, what you talking about? Like, we're like, no. It's not the same thing. And on top of that, listen, him getting to 1 million, those were organic. That's all organic people who were actually listening, who actually paying attention. Some of them triggered by his content in a certain way, right? It made them feel some kind of way. So they decided to follow up with more. This right here, Doug. How many of these subs are actually rocking with you, or just waiting for this to be over and see who gets their giveaway, who gets their Rolex and their free trip to Miami? So are the subs subbing to you because your message is genuine and it's actually helping men, or are they subbing to you because they're waiting for this date to be over with so they can get their dues? I want to know which one it is, people, because if it's more of the sub thing versus the message thing, then y'all need to admit that. Y'all need to admit that the show you're putting on, the girls that you're bringing on, all this stuff is just to sell an image. And men, kind of like those disclaimers they put on energy drinks and tobacco and whatnot, y'all need to have that disclaimer on your show. Warning, not intended for real world consumption. That's what y'all need to have on the bottom of put it next to your logo. Put it all next to your logo. All right. Warning. This content is not meant for serious consumption. All right. Put the real world in there too. That's what y'all need to do, because a lot of dudes, especially young men, when they come onto the internet, they cannot decipher what the hell is real and what the hell is fake. So when they see all this shit, they see the outward appearance, they see all the money, they see Fresh, who can't go a goddamn mil without taking his goddamn, like, bro, so just just take your chain off, dog. Take the watch off and relax. All right. You ain't got to be showing out all the time. But that's what these guys do. They lead with their money. Y'all lead with your money, and then y'all go out in the real world and expect that the girls that are coming up to you and approach you, and you're mad, why are they not approaching you because of your genuine burden desire? How the hell are they supposed to, for what desire? Desire for what? The money that you've been leading with this whole time? Like that's what it is. So it's about the messaging. Let's continue, because y'all, there's Goku. They put, hey, listen, I didn't do this. They put their fresh and fit on there, right? I didn't do this at all, right? So we scroll here. Look at it. Look at this. Prizes you win. We got to know what we get, all right? Because if the Stan Boys help them get to 1 million, we got to know what they get. You get 5 referrals and shout-outs live on air, right? Okay, so how do we know those referrals or shout-outs are actually genuine? 10 referrals, a personal thank you or a video text. 25 referrals. You get a FaceTime call with Fresh and Fit and prior prizes. So you get a FaceTime call, a shout-out, and a personal thank you, all right? And then you got 50 referrals. You stay over there t-shirt. All right. You get the stay over there t-shirt so you can tell all the haters where they need to be. All right. Stay your butt over there. Right. 100 referrals. You get AirPod Pro sweepstakes. So you don't even win the AirPod Pros. Right. You get the sweepstakes. You get in the running to win that, plus all these other prizes here. So if you get 100 people to sub the Fresh and Fit, you get a chance to get an AirPod Pro. Okay. Now, here's where we get crazy. 500 referrals, 500 subs. You get us 500 subs, dog. You're entered to win a PS5 sweepstakes. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. I get to win a PS5, dog. On top of that, I get a shout out from Fresh and Fit. Oh, God. Oh, this is getting better. No, what's happening? Now we get 1,000 referrals. Now they highlighted that in green. They want to make sure y'all know where the money was at. They wanted y'all to know. Okay? You get 1,000, you get a free trip to Miami, meet the Fresh and Fit crew in studio, plus all these prior prizes. And then second place, you get $1,000. And in first place, you get the Rolex plus $1,000 plus a free trip to Miami. So listen. I'm just saying, man, when we're talking about authenticity, when we're talking about being genuine, when we're talking about, the future of this space and helping young men, this is the kind of crap I'm talking about, right? This is the kind of nonsense I'm talking about. How many people are actually rocking with you because it's you and the content that you put out, it's actually helping them versus guys who are just jumping on bandwagons. That's when Don and I got into the space. We're like, yo. It's so easy. Look at them, dog. They can do this. And it's like, listen, you can try to come out here with the fluff. You kind of come out here with all this nonsense. But one thing we know about people who try to do this fake it till you make it stuff, eventually, especially when you start growing too damn fast, you can't cover all sides. It just gets harder, right? The bigger the freaking perimeter, the more fucking angles you need. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, if you guys are fake, you gonna get exposed. Well, you think reaching to 1 million subscribers is gonna help you not get exposed? Is gonna shield you from all this? It's not gonna stop until you solve the root cause of your program, and that's the messaging and the fact that you guys aren't genuine about it. Well, we think you hit 500K. Now you hit 500K. All this shit's gonna stop, and people are gonna validate you. The numbers, the materialistic nonsense. Those are not validators. Those are not real validators. They're not. So that's why y'all out here doing this copyright shit, because deep down, no matter how y'all like to pretend they don't care about this stuff, no matter how you like to pretend that you guys are above and you guys are tough alphas, you're really just hurt. Just similar to all these boss babes that y'all like to rail against when they get all with the attitude and whatnot. Y'all talking about y'all just doing that because y'all hurt. Then what the fuck do we call this? Y'all are hurt. You're tired of the people making videos. It's starting to dig a little deep. It's starting to hurt. I feel y'all. But this was not the route, because now people just didn't like you because they knew you guys were, inauthentic, and, it's fun to make content. But when you draw blood, dog, now you're breaking the rules. You're breaking the rules. And once you break the rules, there are consequences to be had. That's why I came up here and I did that video right after y'all made that announcement. I said, listen, this shit ain't going nowhere. Because knowing y'all mentality, this is how y'all gonna behave. Y'all not gonna be tact about this. Y'all not gonna strategize about this. There's nothing. Y'all just throwing bricks. No, but Donnie Boy is gonna come out here and tell us different. Donnie Boy is gonna come out here and tell us that what we saw wasn't real. He's going to come out here and defend the fact that, matter of fact, he's probably going to go more about Abba than anything else. So, I don't know what you got against Abba and Preach, bro. I don't know why you hate him so much, Donnie Boy, but they weren't as bad, right? They weren't as bad as some of these other criticisms I've seen about your boys, okay? And realistically, this proves how disingenuous you are, because there are other content creators you could have easily gone after, right? You being the macho man, you teaching all these other guys about this stuff, right? And for those of you guys in the chat that don't know who Donnie Boy is, right? Donnie Boy is Donovan Sharp, right? On this channel over here, we call him Donnie Boy. It's Donnie Boy because you act like a mad fucking child, bro. A mad emotional child that can't grow up, all right? So, Donnie Boy, I like to see you defend this shit because your fresh and fit boys are in trouble. So, Abba, right? So let's continue. Let's continue down the storyline here, right? So I'm over here at my site because I'm looking at this and I'm already on. I got to plan a response, right? I have to, because shit, we've been hit. Let's go ahead and plan a response to this bullshit. Let's see, right? I want to see, if other guys are now getting this, because I myself and Playback and what's we call it, all these other channels, right? Spencer Cornelia, right? Some of these guys, right? They can't be the only ones that got hit, right? There got to be others, right? There's got to be news on this now. So I'm looking through. Then I came across this video. Abba got hit, and I'm sitting there like, oh no, oh Lord, like, wait a minute. Wait. So you didn't fuck up once. You didn't fuck up twice. You didn't fuck up 3 times, but 4 motherfucking times, bro. Oh, Lord. These are the last dudes you should be going after. Especially since they were the exact same people this whole shit started with. You don't think they have the balls to finish you off? Come on, dog. You don't think they have the power, the ability to finish off what the fuck y'all started? But no. Y'all didn't have no damn sense whatsoever. You say, fuck it. Hey, Abba, here's that fake ass apology that we gave you, right? I'm sorry we went after you. Preach. Preach. We finally found you. There you are. I'm sorry. I don't want to box anymore. I realize the error of my ways. Preach. Don't come for me, doc. Right? And then all that shit, stay silent, with the subtle disses here and there. We saw it. We noticed it. And then when this shit popped off, and you come out with this? Ah, shit. So it wasn't enough to then say, okay, let's just leave this alone. Let's just leave Abba alone, because we kind of, this whole thing kind of kicked off with them, and we're trying to go our own way, go in our own lanes, do our own thing. We definitely don't want that kind of attention again, right? We just don't. Let's leave Abba out of it, right? So they don't really have a whole say, and let's just keep going. You didn't do that. Y'all did not do. Y'all went for him, not just him. Y'all went to go strike 20 of his videos. I don't even think they talk about him like that. I literally do not think they talk about y'all like that. And y'all went after 20 videos. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Then I realized it was over. I realized that, hey, y'all actually might get y'all channel might get nuked off this platform, dog. Y'all channel might get nuked. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I'm gonna let Abba's words kind of carry it on. I like the jacket though. That shit looking real smooth.
Let's see what happened.
Okay. Oh yeah, the video came out. So if you weren't aware, I know you're on tour. They sent us a bunch of copyright strikes. 20 of them.
20 strikes?
20 strikes, bro.
But they're going down. They're stupid.
YouTube contacted me and the copyright takedown notice. Hello, Abba Preach. We received the copyright infringement notifications below regarding your videos. We believe your content is protected by fair use,
Boom,
fair dealing, or similar exceptions to copyright protection. We are writing to let you know we do not, I repeat, we do not plan to remove your videos at this time. Do you want to hear more?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So at this point, it shows me what the Fresh and Fit lawyer, okay, who I'm going to admit his name, claims we infringed, okay? And if you look at the timestamps don't make no sense. They say that we stole 50 minutes of their content, 40 minutes. Our videos are never longer than 15 minutes. So already there, I don't know who the lawyer is, but he's incompetent. But shout out to him because he's making money off Fresh and Fit the same way we are. So shout out to him. And I feel like, you know what? Their legal team is just scamming them too. You know what? Miami's just full of scammers. I'm not going to feel bad for him. Walter's scamming his fans. The lawyer's scamming Fresh and Fit. Karma, something like that. If you know, it's like 20 videos that they claim we infringed on their copyright. Okay. So YouTube sees this and they reply, "Hi, lawyer. We are concerned that some of the information in your takedown request may be fraudulent. Please understand that YouTube receives a large number of fraudulent copyright takedown requests, and we take that abuse of that process very seriously." And then they cite a court case where they fuck somebody up for doing it. Then they say, "We remind you to take this seriously and make sure you get it done. If we don't receive a detailed explanation from you within 7 days, your YouTube account may be terminated. You may be able to avoid termination if you retract your takedown request." You also have to know that if you abuse the system and YouTube finds out, you can get your channel terminated, folks. But if you go down this road, I'm letting you know it's often your end that's going to be hit the hardest.
Let me pause that right there, because this is at this point, man. Like it's I find it fascinating. I absolutely find this fascinating that these guys were so goddamn clueless to not see this coming from a mile away. Like, I'm sorry. Like, how did you not see this coming? And not only that, aren't y'all the ones that are supposed to be teaching these guys how to basically find good connections and, you know, find good attorneys and whatnot? Y'all need to fire this attorney y'all hired. Fire the entire firm. Get rid of all of them. Matter of fact, just to make sure they're not faking their lives like y'all motherfuckers, you better start doing background checking to some of these dudes. Because clearly, the niggas that put your paperwork together don't know what the hell they were doing. They don't know. And why is it that everyone around you is steadily making y'all look like clowns, bro? Make that make sense to me. Even the people that are supposed to be the most professional, right? Where you're paying big ass money to, I'm assuming they're out here making you look like clowns. Donnie Boy, right? Another content creator that got your back, right? He came out here to defend you, and his defense is a running meme at this point. He made y'all look like clowns. So, listen, a wise woman once told me, right? She says, right? And I'm talking about my mom, right? She says, "You're the sum of the people you hang around with." So I'm looking at the Fresh and Fit crew. And I'm looking at the lawyers they're hiring. I'm looking at the people that are coming to their defenses. And now I'm like, that dude's a dummy. Whoever wrote these correspondence are dummies. Oh, shit. Hey, Fresh Prince CEO, Myron Gaines. I don't make it make sense, Bibbs. Make it make sense, dog. This is not, listen, I didn't know y'all was gonna go down this route, and I really genuinely hope y'all don't get taken down. But y'all did not do your due diligence on this one. You guys did not do your due diligence on this one. For how careful that you say you were, you definitely weren't careful on this one. Like there was clearly no oversight. There was clearly nothing, right? Didn't even look at the timestamps. Even some of the videos you guys were claiming to some of these other content creators, they weren't even their videos. So I'm sitting here like, who put your paperwork together? Was it Chris? Was that you, Chris? Was that you out here putting the paperwork together? I want to know, because you out here look, they down bad right now. They not looking too good. All right, they are not looking too good. Let's continue.
Hey, bro. You know what? We always be shitting on YouTube. I think we gotta show YouTube some love today.
Yo, no problem. Yeah, for real. For that, I gotta admit, like, we've been saying, YouTube this, YouTube that, YouTube, okay.
Yeah.
So what is it? So basically, what you're saying is that we're in the ring right now. They got days to retract.
Yeah, like Craig David. The lawyer then responds. The lawyer says, Each of the videos in question either uses a significant section of our client's content, fresh and fit, pulled directly from their videos on YouTube channel, or if it lifted their entire videos from their YouTube channel. Furthermore, we believe that these videos in question are all being used for commercial purposes without alteration, which necessarily defeats any fair use exceptions to copyright infringement.
Do you know what alteration is?
Hey, the lawyer's getting paid. He's making his
Hey, listen, you see their back and forth between him and Preach? That was the exact same thing between me and Don, bro. I was reading this shit, I'm like, yo, this cannot be real, bro. Like, this looked like a child, bro. This looks like a child going up against, like, freaking giants. That's what this is. I'm like, there's no way. Like, we're going back. Bro, how are we clowning you? How are we clowning your own lawyers in the copyright? This is crazy. But I had the exact same feeling. I was looking at them like, oh, dog. Oh, Lord. The Fresh and Fit boys, they done it. They done it. And the crazy thing is, these other content creators that you guys are going after, that you guys are saying that the haters that are coming after you and whatever the fuck, they're not even the ones doing this. Like, you guys are doing this to yourselves. Like, every single one of y'all are doing this to yourselves. And then when we point it out, y'all point the finger at us saying, oh, it's you guys. You guys are making us look bad. You guys are the haters. Hey, you guys, you stand boys out there. You go out and you go onto those chat rooms. You got into those channels. You go into those comment sections, and you let them know it's their fault. It's like, dude, what? You kidding me? So now, not only do we know that you're a joke, we also know that the podcast is a joke. We also know that some of the people you have around the podcast are jokes. And now this professional team that you like to rave about, right? These lawyers, right? Y'all saw the initial clip in the intro, right? These lawyers, like, you guys like to rave about, right? Now we come to find out your whole crew, they're all jokes. Because they clearly don't understand exactly what is happening here. Because no one counseled you guys. Clearly, watching this, no one counseled you on how to properly go about this, on how, hey, maybe going after these creators, maybe actually going after these guys and going after all these other channels, maybe optic-wise, it may not look so good. Maybe we just chill. Maybe we go after a couple, right? A couple that we may have legitimate claims for, but these other guys, it may start to look bad. And on top of that, I don't know, we might actually have the whole community against us. Oh shit. Oh, we're not ready for that. Whoa. But they not thinking like that. They're saying, fuck everything. F it. We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it and see what happens. And this is where it leads to the downfall. Because the same mentality, and y'all pay attention to this. I'm gonna spit some game real quick. All right, I'm gonna break some game down real quick. The same exact mentality that they're taking that led to this goddamn correspondence and led to this action that they decided to take is the exact same mentality when he went after Preacher's wife, and they all collectively decided to not immediately come out and take responsibility for it, right? They did it the whole weird finagle way, right? Oh, we apologize to our audience. We apologize to the people who may have been affected by this, right? All this indirect way to do it. Y'all learned from Rollo Tomasi, the fraud father, right? All of that nonsense. That is the exact same mentality you see in this. The fuck it, I'm going to go after them. Because you guys, clearly this is proof you were not sincere in the whole apology and the whole thing that y'all were putting out there. It was not sincere. All of this shit was fake. And then the guys you, after forcing your hands, right, you finally apologize to them. But then the guys you apologize to, you then hit them again, but with 20 strikes, trying to take them out. I don't know where y'all learning how to play this game. But listen, y'all take these 7 motherfucking days you got, right? Yeah, I don't know if you got to call up Donnie Boy. I don't know. You got to call up the fraud father or with the Tomasi. I don't even know who you got to call up. But y'all got some serious thinking to do within the 7 days, because we already knew when y'all did this, I already freaking knew y'all didn't have a case. I already knew what kind of game y'all was going to be on. Y'all was going to be on some petty bullshit. And it's crazy because y'all don't realize that you're playing real world games. right? The consequences you would talk about on your channel. This is a real world game. The $200,000 you like to brag about that you spent on your studio with the equipment and whatnot, that's bye-bye. It's all going to be gone. Bye-bye. It's gone. It's gone, right? Because you couldn't control your goddamn emotions. So when guys see this, when other people who have experience with what you guys are trying to teach, and they come in and say, hey, listen, brother, what you're saying, that's not right. And you want to call them haters, exactly the kind of mentality is what we've been calling out. And the fact that you guys are, especially you guys coming from the manosphere space, right? Especially you guys don't change this mentality you guys have going into that. It don't matter if y'all going to hit 1 million. Y'all will still keep getting exposed. This is what we're trying to tell you. You think growth is going to stop this? Growth is only going to expose you guys. Think about it. If you guys think I'm just talking, think about this. All these different controversies that these motherfuckers are having were always when they were growing stupidly fast. All these different problems, y'all, that is coming out, that y'all are happening, they used to kept buried, the DJ academics, the fresh and fit, or the Fresh Prince, mainly, right? The whole gold digger thing. Even the whole thing with you, Myron. Now this, every single one of this has to do with the fact that you guys are blowing up. But it's not the fact that you guys are actually blowing up. It's the fact that you guys haven't solved the root issue, the rot that is still there underneath the surface, the attitude that is still there underneath the surface. All of that, you guys have not solved it. Just like we like to tell other people, right? If you don't solve what's wrong with you internally, you're going to take that problem out into the world, and the worst thing's worse, you're going to think the world is responsible for that problem, not realizing it's you this whole time. This whole time, it's been you creating the problems. It's been you standing in your own motherfucking way. I always tell people, you want to learn how to be really successful, go look in the mirror and kick that person out of your way. Because that person in the mirror is always, that person in the mirror staring back at you is always the same person standing in your way to get to where you need to be. You got to figure out how to get that person out of your own way so you can focus on what matters. But with the Fresh and Fit boys, they're standing in their own way. They can't get out of their own mentality or how they're thinking, and it's stopping them. It's stopping all their growth. The initial growth they had that was actually genuinely organic, where people genuinely fucked with the show, right? They knew it was bullshit. They knew some of the shit that you were saying was trash, right? They knew, but they fucked with the show because they understood the direction that you guys were going, right? At least we thought you were going, right? And then when it pivoted, and you blew up, that you guys were doing all this stuff on the back end, y'all stuck to the same kind of freaking behavior that's leading you in the hot water. And you think this growth is going to stop it? It's only exposing who you guys really are, because you guys are standing in your own goddamn way. So when we call it out in the most straightforward, honest way possible, because guys are supposed to be honest with each other, right? Oh, you're clout chasing. How dare you? You're just a clout chaser. Oh, damn right we clout chasing over here. Thank you very much, by the way. You made a lot of us some money, and I appreciate it. Thank you, right? You're damn right we clout chasing. This whole space is clout chasing, dummies. That's one thing I never understood about you clowns that coming in here doing that, right? I'm sorry. I got to call y'all clowns. I have to, right? Because I need y'all to really get the message. You dig? All right? So you clowns, you calling people clout chasers. Look at your show. Look at the show y'all caping for, bro. It's the definition of clout chasing, bro. Every guest they bring on has more clout than them. They won't even fuck with you if you don't have as much clout as them. And then we, lonely old us, right? We're just out here just talking about the ideas and talking about the message. We're clout chasers. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. So the people who are actually using clout chasing tactics to get to the point, now we're the problem. We're the clout chasers, but for just pointing you out, right? We're the clout. Dude, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all this. For those of y'all who don't understand, because I get it. You guys are followers. You guys are not creators, right? You guys don't understand how to create things. I get it, okay? But from a creator standpoint and from all these other creator standpoints, let me go ahead and spit some knowledge to you, okay? The way this YouTube thing works, you have to fight this thing called the algorithm, okay? The algorithm basically has, think of it like a giant funnel, tube funnel, right? That's just out here, All right. And this tube funnel is filled with a bunch of views, potential views that you could get, right, from channels that this algorithm knows that the people that fuck with those channels would want to watch, right? And then if you figure out a way to get the attention of the algorithm, guess what? You get views your way. And the way you get that attention is by talking about certain people, talking about certain topics, talking about certain things. That's how you get the algorithm to gift you with what's called views. And in this case, motherfuckers, you you are the gift that keeps on giving. Have y'all forgotten that? That's why I keep saying it. Fresh and Fit, thank you, because y'all the gift that keeps on giving, right? That's what it is. So the algorithm gifts content creators, okay, the views based off of how they are working said algorithm, based off of who they're talking to. In this case, Fresh Prince CEO Myron Gaines found a formula that worked, where it ticked every single box. It got the entertainment factor, right? The girls, some of y'all simps out there want to see, right? Right? Because let's face it, I've seen the comparisons for some of the shows where it's just them, and the shows where it's just with the girls, right? And clearly we know which one does better. So even on their show, you guys are exposing yourselves on what y'all really care about, what y'all really want to watch. But yet we're clout chasers. Oh, Jesus. Let's continue. Please.
Money. Do not argue with what the lawyer is saying. The lawyer is just trying to stretch this out. Yeah, what he just said makes no sense. Without alteration, by definition of us cutting in and interjecting, we've altered it. Potato brain. But anyways, I digress. YouTube response. Hello, Fresh. My man's 28 going on 80, and I don't want that to be you guys. And that's why today's sponsor, T.H. Henley, is coming in to save the day.
Oh, they got him. They got him too.
Place
I gotta skip the teeth
from the sun. And the cool thing about as a result, the content will remain live on YouTube. Sincerely, the YouTube team.
Oh my God.
I do just toss this phone.
Oh my God. They really tried it.
Mm-hmm.
They really tried it.
Mm-hmm. And I hope that YouTube investigates
actually,
this.
So they're complaining that we're doing the same thing that they've been doing.
Exactly.
You know what, my man? I'm going to tell you this.
Wesley.
All of this could have been so easy if they would just go on with the boxing match. It would have been easier. But no, now you try to copyright things.
Hold on. That's what I've been saying. That's what I have been saying. Hey, Preach, shout out to you. Thank you. Listen. Oh God, listen. This is what I've been saying, bro, because we're guys. We like to duke it out. And after we duke it out, bro, then we shake hands and we part ways. And that could have even been bigger content for both of y'all, right? Shit, I would have still made my bones because I would have damn near covered it. Like, best believe it. But if you would have took your lick, Fresh Prince CEO, like a man, and you know how y'all like to turn these little scenarios, these little viral moments into views and whatnot, y'all could have easily taken advantage of that. That is, I'm surprised, but you were scared. You were scared to Preach. You scared for the fact y'all couldn't find him. We couldn't find Preach. We didn't know where he was at, bro. We still don't even know where he's at. Where is he? Right? Where's Preach, dog? Right? Wait, listen. This copyright, I'm just saying, the strike thing came on and Preach is gone. He gonna pop out somewhere on the phone right now talking about a boxing match. If you would have just taken the goddamn boxing match, bruh, took your L, right? We would have still respect you, at least the guys in the space, right? Because you got in the ring. And no matter what, it takes a lot of respect to get in the ring, right? So the fact that you got in the ring, challenge, right? You stuck to your guns and the shit that you said, this would have been squashed, dog. This would have been squashed. And when people talk about you, there'd be an air of respect, right? A real respect, like at least Fresh, although he's a bitch, all right? At least he stepped in the ring with Preach. He got that work, but he got in the ring, and we got to show my boy some respects, right? So that's literally all we were asking, dog. Just get in the ring. And I'm glad Preach said that himself. If you would have just gotten and did this match, bro, it would have been over with. It would have been over with. I see a comment. Somebody says, well, if Fresh and Fit gets banned, what are you guys going to talk about? Other shit that exists on YouTube, bro. Talk about other situations that are going to help men, other scenarios, react to other videos that are better, right? That's pretty much what it is. And also, they're not just them. There are other gurus out here that spread the exact same toxic shit. Rolo Tomasi, I'm looking at you. You clown, you fraud. I'm talking to you, Rolo, right? Because these your babies over here. These fresh and fit dudes, they're your babies. Donnie Boy, that's your baby, right? They're all you're all their daddies. So we gotta hold you responsible. Where's your accountability? Matter of fact, Rolo Tomasi, if y'all don't know, when all this shit, the initial shit came out with the boxing and Anna Quinn, the whole scenario that went down, right? This dude came out and said, matter of fact, I lose respect for you, Rolo. I've lost respect for you because now I just remember what you said. He said that we were cancel culture, right? The fact that we called out, that Myron was leveraging his podcast for box, right? We're cancel culture coming for the manosphere or red pill, right? That's what Rolo called us, right? When the first controversy happened, right? With Myron. The second controversy happened, right? This one was with Fresh, right? Fresh, DJ Academics, the girl. And guess what? Guess what Rolo said? Not Rolo. Donnie Boy comes to the rescue, right? Because Donnie Boy missed the last one. He was cowering in the corner the last time they won the news, right? But then Donnie Boy comes in, and Donnie Boy says, well, no. Cancel culture. I'm going to beat that. These are just trolls, guys. You all been had. It's a troll. We didn't mean all this. We're just kidding, right? You guys are so dumb. You didn't even realize we were being trolled. Oh God, look at you guys. I'm gonna sit here and drink my tea. How just dumb you guys are for falling for this. Oh my God. Oh goodness, you're so dumb. Listen. You see that smirk? Did y'all didn't notice that smirk on his face? Oh God, how did y'all not notice the smirk on Fresh's face when he was talking about it? If y'all saw the smirk, y'all would have known y'all were being trolled. That's what he said. The second time, how can you look at that? Look at even when the leaders of these hardline red pillars, right, are fucking up and covering for him. How are you going to expect to take these dudes seriously? Real talk. Like how am I supposed to take you seriously, the messaging you're preaching seriously, if the dudes you're getting the messaging from aren't even holding you accountable? I'm sorry, isn't accountability what you preach in the space for guys? Isn't that what you preach? So where's your accountability at, dog? Shout out to for the $20 super chat. Fresh and fit, more like beta. Yeah, that's facts. Beta. You know, I mean, that's the thing. And one thing I would add a question, right? Because y'all use the whole what do you call it? Beta and alpha terms the whole time, right? And I'm just sitting there like, okay, you guys talk about beta alphas. How come y'all don't refer to yourselves as those terms? You also notice how they try to avoid that. We could talk about alpha males. We could talk about high value males, right? At this point on this channel, okay, they're called great value males, okay? We call them great value males on this channel. Y'all know the Walmart brand, right? Y'all know y'all the Walmart brand, all right? Y'all some great value simps out here. That's what it is, okay? So take your freaking Walmart brand ass out here, all right? And let the Duke and Don, let the podcast know the Duke and Don sent you. That's what y'all got to do, all right? So all this high value shit, all this great value shit, right? So all of that, you guys, here's the thing, right? Because it sucks that Kevin Samuels, he didn't, because this is not his term, right? And I'm saying this explicitly, let you guys know, he said it multiple times. The high value term, that's not Kevin Samuels, right? But he broke it down so people can understand, because everyone's throwing high value here and there, right? They're breaking it down so people can have a clear definition. But just like anything else, these boys, they end up bastardizing the whole thing, right? So it's getting repeated so much. And because they have such a strong hold on the young people, right? This high value thing doesn't even have a real meaning anymore, right? Anybody come up here, I'm high value. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he sells papers. I don't know. I don't know, right? What makes it high value? Oh, he's making six figures, right? What makes it high value? Oh, he drives a nice car, right? It get turned to all just materialistic bullshit. Shit that ends up turning girls into demons and dudes into resentful fucks, because the only bargaining chip that they have to deal with women is their wallet. And unfortunately, The dudes that are teaching them they're supposed to be better in themselves, better in their lives, are leading with their wallet. Listen, bruh, your audience are direct reflection of who you are, what you say, and what you do. If your audience are simping, dog, somebody on that panel is a simp, dog. Somebody in that show is a simp. Somebody in there is screwing up right now, and it's blowing off or it's rubbing off on the audience. That's why they're behaving the exact same way. They are a direct reflection. Your chat, the people who follow you, are the exact reflection of the person who is leading that channel. So if you got a bunch of simps here, right? Well, I got to point the finger at who the fuck they're listening to. You guys. And then not just you guys, I don't look at who you guys are getting your messaging from. Then I look at Rollo Tomasi. Then I look at Donnie Boy. Then I look at these guys, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Okay. And all of this is making sense now. It is all making sense because these fools don't know what the hell they're talking about. And these fools, these very same fools, got exposed. Even some on this channel. Rollo, we still got heat for you, bro. Don't worry about it. We're coming for you. Don't worry about it. Not now. And I promise you, it's going to be fair use, okay? You can try to strike us down, too, if you want, right? Don't matter. You just be doing us a favor. But we got that coming, right? So you look at Rollo. You investigate Rollo. You investigate what he got going on, where he comes from, right? You investigate Donnie Boy. You investigate his life, what he's got going on. You're just like, oh, I get it. I get it. Yes. Okay. All you have to do is pretend, right? All you have to do is sound like you know what you're talking about. And these idiots, they'll just buy it. These guys online, they'll buy it. Don't worry about it. They'll just buy it. So you come out here, write a 3-4 series book, talking about hypergamy, talk about all this stuff, right? All this theoretical bullshit, right? Now, to be fair, right? There are a lot of gems in there. I won't even lie. There's some gems in there. I got to be fair, right? Because we're fair on this channel. We're fair on this platform. However, even the things that are theoretical, right? Even the things that are helpful, those things don't have applications in the real world. So, for instance, if you're talking about, okay, if a girl deals with you on the first date, right? If she decides to give you the box on the first date, well, I mean, you can't really take her seriously now, can you, right? I mean, you said that. You can't take them seriously because then, you know, they've probably done that with other dudes and that makes them a hoe and all this and that, right? Okay, fine. Then, in the same goddamn paragraph, you're going to talk about how those very same girls, if they don't do you or give you the box on the first date, well, guess what? They'll probably give it someone else the box, okay? And they're just using you for your time, and you got it. You can't stand for that. You can't stand for that, okay? So if she gives you the box, she's a hoe. If she doesn't give you the box, you got to kick her out because she's not paying attention and fulfilling, whatever needs that you wanted to fulfill. So what is it? What is it, Rollo? Because to me, it sounds like you're contradicting yourself, bruh. So no wonder you come up here and see some of these dudes, right, who are trying to be you. You got the Myron Gaines, the Fresh Prince CEO, right? And they're spitting out the same bullshit, contradicting themselves, not realizing they're contradicting themselves. And guess what? The worst part about it is they're quoting you. They're quoting your contradictions, your goddamn fucking failures. So when we see this issue in the manosphere that's going on right now with the Fresh and Fit guys, right? The whole kind of the nonsense that have been blowing up day in and day out, we got to point fingers at where it's coming from, dog. We got to point fingers at where a lot of these ideas is coming from. And that's you, right? And these guys just took what you were saying with the books, The Rational Male, and took what Kevin Samuels was talking about with the high value and decided to just put it all together in this weird little mix and try to spew it out to young teens. In this case, they're buying it. They're buying it so much so they're not seeing the actual progress. But now we've gotten to this point that you've showed so much of your hand. You showed that you guys are not these in control masculine dudes like you like to rail yourself to be. You've proven that to us already. We know that now. Matter of fact, we know you're the kind of dudes that get butthurt and don't know how to take criticisms. Now that we know that, it's even scarier. Because now I know that the leaders are acting this way and behaving this way. God damn, who knows the stands who've been digesting your content? Who knows how they must be thinking right now? right? Because sometimes I look at my comment section, I look in the email, my inbox and whatnot. I'm just like, where y'all coming from? Like, how y'all get the energy, dog? Like, what's going on? Like, why y'all so toxic? Like, what is happening here? What is happening to our young boys? What is happening? Where are they getting this toxicness from? Where's all this coming from? Then you look at these guys who are getting exposed day in and day out, and you say, oh, okay, like father, like son, right? In this case, you got thousands, hundreds of thousands of sons at this point behaving like the emotional wrecks you guys are behaving right now. And honestly, it's fucking disappointing. It's fucking disappointing that we have to get to this level where you guys just can't fucking take the criticism and move on. It's getting to the point where it's ridiculous. It's still funny. It's still funny. But in this case, for y'all, it just got real. Because now your channel is in jeopardy. And what did we all say? We all said that these things, if filed fraudulently, will turn back on the people who filed them. Jeez. Like, what do you not understand? So, real talk, we understand there's a need for you in this space. We understand that because, listen, I got to know who the toxic ones are. I don't know about you. I got to know. That's when some of y'all talk about, oh, you know, all these racists are coming out of nowhere. Oh, my God. Like, these racism, right? No. This is a good thing, right? Because now we know who they are. We can point them out, right? Not saying the fresh and fit guys are. No, I'm not saying that, right? But I'm just saying when we talk about misogyny in this space, right? Female hatred. If we're talking about all these different things, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta look at who's spewing this stuff. All right. So it's not about you guys. Listen, ain't nobody care about y'all like that. I'm gonna just be real. Ain't nobody care about y'all like that. It's just that y'all just seem to find a way to insert yourself into the spotlight. In this space called YouTube, nigga, listen. If there's clout, nigga, we gonna chase it. That's how this shit works, man. And y'all think y'all gonna affect all these other content creators with all this clout chasing and whatnot? That don't do nothing, bro. Because people who actually make content for a living, right? They understand how this space works. They understand what you need to talk about, how you what needs to be said. That's what it is. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna open up the call. I'm gonna open it up a little bit, right? Because we're about 2 hours into it. I don't want to go for too long. There's only so many things you can say about these dudes. There's only so many things, right? But I'm gonna put the call link in there, and we're gonna go ham. If you're a fanboy stan, come with some arguments if you want to. We'll hash it out right here. All right. I want to know. Because y'all wilding right now. Links in the chat. Link is in the chat. Moderators or Don, if you're live right now, go ahead and pin that. Let's go ahead and pin it. Get some people in here. Hold on. Perfect. Get some people. Jay, what's good? I see you back there. Let's get you on here. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream.
What's up, Duke, my brother? How you doing, man?
Good. Hey, listen, what you got on this, man?
Okay, first of all, I'm sorry you TLA all the cats who got who got hit with this, because it's nonsensical bullshit to me.
Yeah.
Number one, and you know what this reeks of? Desperation.
What? Oh yeah.
Like DC movies, what they're doing. That reeks of desperation. I've never heard anybody, well, they said all this, so when so let me just hit them with some freaking, some copyright crap, claims, and then give them some strikes, and therefore they're gonna feel our names being dragged in the mud, and there's consequences to this. Like, I'm sorry, I'm tired of hearing him speak. Like, I'm sorry, I'm really tired of hearing this dude speak, getting emotional like a freaking female. I'm so tired of it. You sound like a freaking female.
That's what it is. It and that's the one thing, man, because like this is what I was telling you. Like, even the real ones know. And I knew for a fact these guys were on some bullshit. The way dude was spitting game, because I know, and anyone else who talked to a lot of women, they know that there's certain types of women you got to approach in certain types of ways. Not all women are like these standardized fucking stencils that you're just gonna text one way and it's gonna happen. You got to approach these different girls differently, right? And then secondly, when you start looking at the way he was talking to women, I'm just like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
How do you expect to get a box wet if you're making them feel bad? You don't know how in tune women are with the emotion and energies that are around them. Like if they're feeling this, they're not gonna want to all of a sudden drop their drawers and get with you, dog. And it's definitely if they do, it's not because they have a burning desire to do so. Real talk. I mean, fresh.
First of all, that burning desire, yes, too.
Hey, it's got a whole new meaning for me, man. It's got a whole new.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's one of those things where it's like then now we get to the point where you're talking about the way you talked about Preacher's girl. Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. Now we got a problem because now I know you have zero. Hold on, your gain's a little too loud. If you want to turn that down, I can hear it.
Oh, I'm my bad, bro. That was my chair. Sorry about that.
Oh, you good. But now I know that you definitely don't get boxed because how you gonna sit there and talk to another someone about somebody else's wife like that, right? Publicly, but you're supposed to be the guy that gets all the women and stuff. No, the women that you get are bought and paid for, either just getting clout off your show or monetarily speaking. And guess what's been being exposed thus far? Yeah,
Fraudulence.
We get that. We got some more people back here. Welcome, Judge Dre. Was good. Poppy in the house was good, brother.
Hello. Yo, how y'all doing tonight?
How y'all doing? So, Judge Dre, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Judge Dre, I'll be the first one to come out and say this. They need to be canceled. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna come out and say most people won't say it. They need to be canceled. Period. All right, they need to, because this is the problem is you done broke the rules of the space. If you gonna say if YouTube allows them to do all that shit and let them keep their platform, then I hate to say that looks bad on YouTube. You need to be making an example. It ain't like this at the first time that they done fucked up. They done fucked up multiple times. And what is it gonna take for them to be gone? Because I hate to say they don't bring nothing to the space but drama. And the only thing that's going to happen is after somebody gets hurt over this dumb shit, that they're going to crack down and make new rules for everybody. Unfortunately, like if we was the mafia selling drugs or doing any dirt, and then people, a group like them came in and start bringing attention to the crap like this, the other families would vote them out because you're bringing too much heat to the space.
Are you saying that YouTube might pull the equivalent of a RICO?
They need to. Because the fact is, people don't want to come out and say it. No offense, you put your own, you made the bed, you lied in it. Now you got to Now you got to face the consequences. Because there was broads doing it, we would be jumping on top of them. So now you got to face the consequences. That
is
unfortunately,
factual.
this the problem is either channel needs to go away, or eventually somebody's gonna put them away. Because one of the problem thing about scamming people who are emotionally disturbed and stealing from them with these bullshit dumbass courses is women. You can go ahead and scam women with your dumbass books and all that. They're not going to do nothing. You scam some of these dudes out of here, they realize they done paid $1,000 for some crap and realize you ain't nothing but a scam artist. Dude might come back and touch you. And
but
then now
that's
the whole
the thing.
sector gets looked at. You don't play around with emotional people, man.
No, you're absolutely right, man. And that's the thing. Hold on, Jay. I gotta mute you. Like I'm hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
I'm hearing every movement, brother. No, you're all good. You're all good. But here's the thing, man. I absolutely agree with that because that's majority of this space is these dudes scam. Like that's what it is. The 100K party. It turns out that was a whole scam, and y'all put the blame on Allende to get him kicked off the show, right? So he's off the show now, but y'all still having problems. These problems are still here, and you guys, and that's the thing that y'all don't understand, right? You want to talk about the relations between them, and then somebody said they're live right now. I don't give a shit if they're live, bro. Like what is them live gonna do? They're not gonna seriously address any of the situation. And you guys notice, y'all notice that even when they were they initially went live to address the initial controversy, they didn't even when they addressed it none of it like they addressed the exact same. It was all out there. Just with his own spin on it. And I'm sitting there like, no, y'all can't. Oh God, y'all cannot be this stupid. Please tell me y'all not this stupid to buy it. He literally put out the same receipts everybody else had, but he just explained it differently. And y'all saying, and you know, they'll come in your comment section and say, oh, he already disproved that in his live. I heard Donnie Boy say it. I heard Donnie Boy and I heard Rollo Tomasi on their respective platforms, right? And don't get me wrong, these guys have hundreds of thousands of followers. Hundreds of thousands of followers. They go on their platform talking about, oh, yeah, no, we're going to cap for him. We're going to definitely cap for him, right? And you got to look at that and like, well, what's the point? Why is this happening, right? And when you dig deeper, because some of y'all don't do the research, right? Some of y'all just want to listen to titles and make comments. Some of y'all don't do the research. When you do the research, you're not finding out that these folks actually need Fresh and Fit more than Fresh and Fit actually needs them. Actually more than Myra needs Fresh even at this point, right? So
can't really deny that.
And then you ask why. Like, why? Why is it that these guys who are supposed to be leaders of the space, right, who are supposed to teach this knowledge to these folks, why are they behaving like children? Like the very same children they raised. And when you pay attention to it, you then realize, oh,
I'm gonna
it's
say
the
one
money,
more
Lebowski. Go ahead, Johnny.
Go
ahead, Judge. Johnny, you're up next. Go ahead.
But I'll go ahead and say that's the problem. Is a lot of people don't want to go ahead and say like that. They're just playing a dangerous game. Unfortunately, maybe this may be karma. God protecting them, knowing that this show needs to go away because they're too sloppy. You playing with people's emotions, stealing their money. Yeah. I mean, the only way you go, like I tell anybody that runs scams, you should know you never steal from ordinary moles. They'll hurt you. Ordinary moles will hurt you quick. Yeah. You steal from a corporation, it ain't like a corporation coming to kick your behind. By the time this stuff hit the fan, it might be too late. I'd hate for some innocent people to get caught up in their crap and get hurt over them acting a fool. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No. That's absolutely fact. Now, the only part I disagree is I definitely don't think their talents will be taken down, and that's one thing that the trolls can't seem to fucking get through their fucking thick skulls. Like nobody, listen, dog. Here's the thing, and I was even a former subscriber, right? And I resubbed after I found out about the Rolex and free trip to Miami. I'm like, hey, give me in that motherfucker, right? But initially when I subbed, hey, listen. Hey, if they are willing to sell their audience out for box, listen, I'll take a Rolex and a first trip to Miami. The fuck you mean?
I mean, I'd sell it, but I don't need it.
I'ma throw it down, brother. What you mean? But after I was the first time I subbed to him, right? The first time I subbed to him, it was just basically like this, right? Because I saw the direction they were going. I'm like, all right, these guys. What they have done have basically put together a situation where physically you have guys, right? The guys who run the show and girls come in and actually sit down and have the conversations that are plaguing relationship. This is going to be dope. Like, this is actually going to be freaking dope. I want to see this, right? I want to see where this can blossom. I want to see the kind of resolutions that can come to where we need to be to the conversation starting, right? Kevin Samuels is only one guy, but he kicked off this whole thing, right? The whole women paying attention into this
he made it popular,
right? He made it popular because for some of you guys who are in the chat right now, some of you guys who are watching, y'all don't really understand what this space used to be, especially when I didn't even come up here, when I was just like watching this stuff to watch it, right? They didn't even let women in the talk in the chat. Some of y'all ladies who used to follow the space long before that, they didn't even let women go ahead and say shit in the chat. Women did not have a say, right? It wasn't until like Kevin Samuels came out, popularized the whole thing, right? And you start to see an interaction between a man, a black man, right? It doesn't have to be just color-wise, but you saw an interaction between a man and a woman, and a man telling a woman what other man needed or wanted from her. Not just her, but other women who thought like her, right? And for the first time, we were all able to see that and say, oh, wow, like this actually works. Like, you can actually have a conversation with the opposite sex. Yeah, it's contentious, and some of it is, and some of it isn't, but the lessons that are learned from it, not only that the women take away, but the men also take away, that's extremely valuable. Then in comes Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit comes in, right? They take it one step further. And now we're in the studio, we're physical, we're live, we get to see the girls, they talk about reality, all this different stuff. Perfect. You guys are taking this in the direction that, you know, maybe that Kevin Samuels started, but you're picking up the baton and running forward, right? Then over time, after the first kick out that happened, right? Then you start to see, oh shit, now even the type of girls that they're bringing on. What are y'all talking about? No, this is not all women. Like chicks like her. No, they're only found here. This is where they are. I mean, you'll find them in other places, but most of the time, they travel to places like Miami. They travel from small towns to places like LA. They travel to all these big media markets because they are the ones who you guys are talking about. That the ones that your games and whatnot. But that's not the reflection of reality. Even people that live in the Midwest, people live in southern states, right? That is not the reality of the kind of women. So when you start to see all that happen, you're like, oh, damn. Oh, okay. Y'all are not about the betterment of men. Y'all are about the money. Okay, I get it. Okay, now I get it, right?
Money,
but then now you're starting to see the level of women again. And one thing that shocked me, right, when the whole Yende, everyone likes to call it a kick door. It wasn't a kick door. The door wasn't damaged, right? But he was there. He showed up, right?
Yeah, it was unlocked.
And it was unlocked, right? So he shows up there, and as the girls were leaving, right? And I slowed down. Y'all, if y'all didn't see the one reaction videos I did, y'all go check that out. That was the other one among the ones that's getting banned, taken down. I recognize the link, right? You can't click on it, but I recognize it. And what she said was, I fought my father and my brother in the same day, right before she left. And I was like, whoa. What kind of background? Where y'all find her? Where did y'all find her, bro? Because someone who's getting beaten up by her daddy and her brother, right? I'm telling you, right? That's someone who doesn't have a healthy mindset to talk about relationship. Matter of fact, that's the kind of person where they come in and talk about relationships, they're already coming from a damaged point of view. So someone who got beat up by their dad and their brother, two male figures in her life, an entire family that she grew up with, right? Beating on her. What outlook do you expect she's going to have on men? And how do you think Fresh and Fit are going to take that outlook to fit into their narrative? You make it make sense. Because when I see that, then I start to think, oh, you guys, this is where disingenuous is. Because you guys aren't here to have genuine conversations. You guys are here cherry picking the girls to fit your narrative so these boys can keep paying you. That's what this is. That's what this is all about. So then I come out and call it out. Then I'm a hater. I'm fake. Okay. Oh, okay. Now that we don't already have girls on our show, some of them they actually hit up with. And if y'all think Myron is done, right? Yende already exposed this on there. One of the girls we actually had on the show, this motherfucker tried to hit up on. He tried to hit up on her with the same bullshit game he did with Anna Quinn. I'm gonna expose that too on here. Shit, why not? We all exposing. Why not? Hey, you want to cancel me? I'm gonna drop it, dog. I'm gonna drop it. You hitting up the same girls with the exact same messaging and style that you hit up Anna that got you on this mess, and then you're wondering why people are still coming at you. You wonder why people are still criticizing you because you fucked up once and you had the potential to do it again. All in this case, the bigger you get, the more of an embarrassment you become. And not only that, look at the guys who made you, who helped y'all get to where you are. Look how you make them look. The O'Shea Duke Jacksons, the Donnie Boys. Well, Donnie Boy already made himself look like an idiot. But all these other dudes that backed you when you guys were on your rise, Kevin Samuels, all these other people, you make them look like idiots for even still dealing with you. The roommates.
Yeah, roommates. Yeah,
still mess with
some of the smartest brothers around.
Yeah, they still mess with them.
Everyone fuck with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Johnny. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for being patient.
What's up, guys? I just wanted to drop by to say a few words. Duke, I love the work you do. I think you're the
Appreciate
fucking
it,
man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Keep your fucking foot on these guys' necks, bro. You need to stomp these guys out like the fucking cockroaches that they are, bro.
Oh, you best believe it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, man. Because look, I'm not gonna lie, they do provide some value, like the guests they have on and stuff. But I think that the ideologies that they push far outweigh the good that they do. So personally, I believe that YouTube as a whole would be better off without them. I don't agree with cancel culture.
So you're of the camp of just getting rid of them, huh? They got 7 days.
Here's the thing. I'm very against cancel culture, but if they cancel themselves, all right, let them do it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to advocate for like people actively trying to go at them, but if they shoot themselves in the foot, then fuck it, let them do it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh wow. Well, hey, listen. I mean, we had the other judge come up here, and he said the exact same thing, right? I personally don't like, cancel culture. That I get a little, tipping and step around because because it's one of those things that can easily be flipped around you. We're human beings. We're all have the capability of fucking up sometimes, right? And I understand that, right? But in this case, I understand where they're coming from. It's just that it's really hard to defend this, dog. Like I'm really like generally trying to defend this, dude. But like I do think, like, other than the fact that just free speech for the sake of free speech, there's really like nothing else I can say for it, right? Because I want to say like a lot of the shit that they have, it's cap. Some of this you find some gems in there. It's the messaging, right? And the energy, the toxic energy behind it is what I have the problem with, right? But then how can you quantify the energy that they have, right? Oh, he's angry and whatnot. Okay, right? But how can you measure that with, okay, the anger he's having is rubbing off on other dudes and whatnot. We know it's happening, but there's no real way of like actually measuring that, right? So it's one of those things where, okay, I get that this is the ideology that they're spitting out, and I get that this is a lot of stuff the young boys are buying into, but is there a space for them? I also think yes, right? Because what also happens is a lot of the dudes, and I would say this, right? A lot of the dudes that used to follow them, they're over here. A lot of the girls that used to follow them or some of these other hardline spaces, right, but never really had a voice, they over here. And the reason why they're over here is because there's an alternative. There's an alternative to the message. And I believe that the fact that there's an alternative saying, hey, listen, guys, we're not out here trying to sell you shit. All right, listen, I got my own brand. I don't need your fucking money. I ain't going to sit here and have me begging you for super chats, begging you for Snap, or what do you call it, Cash App. I'm not going to do that, bro. We built all this before we even had a platform, right? Because we already knew what the hell we're going to do. But it's one of those things where it's like, listen, pay attention to what people are telling you and then just take the criticism, move on. But then when you don't do that, now you're making yourself look like the girls you like to rail against. And that makes it so hard for me to defend you, because then I know other young men are listening to this shit. And then they're putting all their blame on the women. So then I'm just like, it's really hard. It's really
I
hard.
agree. I feel like men, we need a space. I mean, that's why this whole community exists. But my problem is that since Fresh and Fit are so big, they're kind of the face, the representative of the community. And I don't think that they're a proper representative. And honestly, I wish that your channel was bigger and like there was more guys like you in the space, because you actually offer like the
we're growing.
nuanced.
Thank you, Fresh and Fit. We're growing, dog.
It's funny that you say that, because as much as I don't like them, I'm kind of glad that they're stepping into so much shit, because that's actually how I found your channel, because of the whole like expose videos and stuff.
Yep.
So even though they did something wrong, something good came out of it. So
exactly. See, because then when I also think about this too, how the whole situation came about, I'm like, listen, we need a peon, okay? We need a peon in the space to say, hey, look, those are those guys, and this is the ideology here. Because the reason part, and what you just said brought up another reason why I was thinking about it, because there are so many other young men who probably feel and think the exact same way that these dudes are acting right now, but they're not saying a goddamn word. And they're taking it out in other means. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like you have this, at least these guys have an outlet to get all that hate out, right? And once that hate's out, hopefully when they're getting older and they're growing up, they can start to look for other platforms or grow out into other platforms who are having more mature discussions with the opposite sex, rather than just setting them up to just basically rail against them. You see what I'm saying? But I do sincerely agree with your point. It's just the council culture. Poppy, what are your thoughts? You think they should stay on? Let's open it up.
Are they going to go away? Nah, that's not going to happen, bro.
You think they're going to survive 7 days?
Of course, man. Yes, they will. They will. They are bringing a lot of money to you to work, man. So they're not going nowhere. This is just a little scared. That's all. It's a little tap real quick. For people that want them to go away, no, I don't want them to go away. They are funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? looking at the dumb shit they be doing. They are hilarious. Bro.
Come on, look at Fresh. I mean, who wouldn't want to
Exactly.
clown Fresh, bro? He's the human frog. We need guys like that.
Yes.
He said he's the human fraud. I love that.
Yeah, yes. With like people like those are they are the example of what not to do. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like now, people got to blame themselves, bro. Like, why are they buying whatever they have to sell, man? It's already proven these niggas is fraud, yo.
Yeah.
These niggas is corny. Like, think about this. Will you let a blind person teach you how to drive?
Hell no. Like, what you mean?
That's exactly what they're
no.
doing, yo. They're blind, leading the blind, yo. These guys teaching men like how to navigate women, right? Yo, I can promise you, you go back to their high school homies, whatever, and ask them, yo, how they were with women when they were in high school. I can guarantee, I put $5 right now that they're gonna tell you.
Can you play?
Man, these niggas used to get smacked around across the head all day long. They
Yep.
wasn't getting no play out here.
Yeah.
But some way, somehow, the beauty of the internet, everybody can become whoever they think they are. You see what I'm saying?
I'm
like you
telling
can become whoever is in your head. It's not like who you really are. Like whatever person you think you are in your head, you become that. And that's not right, bro. Now you're teaching these fucking idiots how to do like manage women, and that's not the right way, bro. That's not. But none of that shit.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jay. No, you're absolutely right, Poppy. Go ahead, Jay.
Nah. For me, it's just more so. Like I said, this reeks of like a baby tantrum to me. That's all it is. Because, like I said, I deal with people who act like freaking children, and like that. They don't act, like, first of all, they're like 30 and they act like children. This is like they said some bad stuff, daddy. So therefore, I want you to punish them.
I gotta go after
him. YouTube is their daddy. I'm like, yeah, and they can't talk to people face to face or freaking like come up like real men and freaking chat. Like, I'm sorry about that. Only weak ass people do shit like that. And I know they wouldn't stick to a guy in the hood because they're not about that life. I don't care what either of you went through.
Well, we saw an example of that. Dude pulled the gun right away. Good to go.
He wasn't going to use it. He wasn't going to use that.
What it was all about.
He wasn't going to use that. It's just all talk. Because they didn't put him in jail if they did that.
Yeah, no. The problem I have with the messaging, like, it's shit that, listen, is that do all guys go through this shit? Yeah, absolutely. All dudes go through the exact same problem. We all have women problems, dog. At some point, dog, we do, right? Yeah. But a lot of the stuff that they talk about is stuff that they could easily solve in high school, right? That's what a lot of my women problems were solved in high school, right? Middle school, I had a problem with it, right? Talking to these girls and whatnot. High school, I'm looking around like, all right, well, what are these guys doing? And they're getting all the girls hovering around them. I got to do what that is. All right, I guess I got to join athletics, right? I got to start getting involved in all these places. I got to start talking to more people. I start getting involved in other groups, right? I got to get people to know me, engage with me, right? So what I'm going to do, hang on one second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and join those groups or replicate what those guys are doing so I can get their results for myself. What I was doing was I was actually going out there and putting in the work. I didn't buy a course. I didn't buy any of the shit that these guys are all. I didn't do any of that. I'm just looking at the guys who were doing it in the fucking real world. And I went out and did the exact same thing. Right. And I got that same success. So when I'm looking at these guys and they're setting up these programs and whatnot, I don't see any of that. I don't see any of the film room like we like to talk about. Right. Y'all don't know what the film room is. The film room is basically after you have some form of interaction, whether it's a woman, friends, whatever it is, right? You go back home or you go back into whatever it is you return to, right? And you have a conversation and a review in your head, right? You replay that interaction in your head, almost as if you're looking at yourself in third person, observing the interaction. And once you're doing that, exactly, like you're watching tape, right? How do you get better at the sport? You go home, you watch the tape, you figure out how you ran through that hole, you figure out the holes you missed. I was a running back, so that's running through holes. Running through holes is all I know, right? So you run through the A gap, take it through, right? All right, so you see what I'm saying? So you learn that, and you the same thing with the women. You think about the interactions you've had, right? Okay, I said it this way, and I remember like my legs were shaking, it's awkward, and she looked down. Oh, she must have saw me. She must have saw my legs move. I gotta do that again. So make sure I gotta be more in control next time, right? Or maybe you slipped up on a word or you say something, because girls can be vicious. I won't even lie. I've seen girls reject dudes because their toenails were off. I've seen it. So they're brutal. I know it, but you got to take it. All right. So you go back, you say, okay, that didn't work out. Let me do what I need to do to get me to the next step. So then after I get there, then I can, you see what I'm saying? You keep building upon your failures. But you got to go out there and fail. And I'm not seeing any of them talk about this. I'm not seeing any of it. It's just all, oh, you want to be good with women? Buy this course, and it's going to turn you into a lady killer. You're going to be doing
$700.
$700. And you're going to learn shit. I'm going to tell you this. The biggest lesson you're going to learn and you're going to get the best money's worth is going out there and failing. That's the best lesson you're going to learn, because success ain't going, especially success with no work ethic, no hard work, no nothing, right? Especially if you blow up real quick or whatever the fuck it is, it doesn't last. You have to go through pain. You got to go through failure, because failure teaches you what you need to learn in order to get past that level. But y'all don't think that way. They don't teach that. And they don't even teach that the level, especially the boss that you got to fight at the end of each fucking level as you're going through life, is yourself. You don't hear that. You don't hear the fact that throughout this life, if you don't figure out how to get yourself to the next level, you're not going to go anywhere. And then on top of that, these guys don't realize that once you get to that level and you fight that boss, you get to the next level, guess what? There's going to be another boss there. There's going to be another challenge. There's always going to be these challenges as you graduate. But when you're getting through those levels of life, you're racking up experience, baby. You're racking up every single experience, even the upgrade packages you use to take care of that last boss in the last level, right? The next, you get the next upgrade pack that helps you take care of the next boss for the next level, right? And as you get to the very top, you realize two things. One, there's more fucking levels, and it doesn't stop until you die. But two, the boss you've been fighting, the boss you've been scared of, the boss you've been fighting these entire years till you got to the point that you are, has been yourself this whole time, standing your own way. You don't hear that. But no, what do we hear? We put the blame on the women. How the fuck you gonna put the blame on 50% of the population and you not even half the shit that you're trying to expect these women to be? Oh, you got to be submissive. What the fuck are you worthy to be submitted to? Are you worthy? Oh, no. Most of y'all are not. All of a sudden, Kevin Samuels has this. No, his thing. Kevin Samuels has this high value mold, right? All of a sudden, all these guys in the world, right? Because we already know this can only be so many. But all these guys emailing, all these guys super chatting. Oh, I'm high value. I'm high value. I'm a hitman. I'm a this. I'm a that. It's like what the
high value loser.
No, they great value. Y'all motherfuckers great value. That's what it is.
Yeah, they're great value. Y'all
saw great value brand new. I'm telling you. So my thing is, I come from a world of experience, right? And this is the shit I know. Shit like I'm telling y'all can't teach that. Y'all can't put that. Even if I came out with a course today, right? I decided to sell all you motherfuckers out. I said I'm gonna sell y'all out, and I'm gonna come out with a book, right? I come out with a book or I come out with a course saying this is gonna help you become better. I can put all this knowledge right now in that book. Guess what, motherfucker? That still ain't gonna help your ass. That's right. Because if you want to take care of life, you want to get through it, you got to experience that pain. You have to.
There's a lot of roadblocks in life, bro. That's
the thing. Yeah. The problem with men and the problem with women is that the fact is we go throughout this life, because this ain't a men issue, this ain't a woman issue, it's just a human being issue. We go throughout this life expecting that we're supposed to be happy. We're all supposed to be fulfilled, right? I left my husband because I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I quit my job because I wasn't happy. Like you're let me tell you something, bro. You were never meant to be happy in this life. I'm sorry, right? That wasn't a goal for you. That's not a destination. Happiness that comes in the moments. That's a little nuggets, right? After you're done suffering, you find the little pockets of moments in life where whether it's spending time with your family, whether it's spending time with close friends, you're present. Right in the moment, that's where happiness is found. It's not a destination you can reach because you can keep chasing it like all these other dudes trying to chase it with the money, the women, and all that. That's not going to make you happy. Working, doing all of that, none of that makes you happy. Happiness is found in the moment where you're actually paying attention to the present, the actual space where you will always exist in. I'm sorry, bro. You don't live in the future, and you can't go back to the past. It don't exist anymore. It's done. It's over with. You only exist here in the now, in the moment. And once you realize that you exist here in the moment, that's where you be happy. That's where you be content, right? And the true peace when you're going throughout this life, The peace comes when you accept that existence, it's about suffering. It's about survival. Once you accept that, it's like accepting why rain falls. It just fucking does, right? Why does life suck? Because it fucking does. Why do women suck? Because they fucking do. Why do men suck? Because they fucking do. But guess what? We're fucking human beings, bro. We're human beings and we all suck. I wake up in the morning, I take a dump, so does she. So why do I put her on a better pedestal than me? Let me go holler at her and see what's up.
Vice versa.
Vice versa. This shit's easy. But the thing is, y'all stop listening to the goddamn message and start looking at what people have and basing what you guys should be listening to off of that. Now understanding that's not real. Ain't nothing real about that. Ain't nothing real about that. But I don't know, man. I kind of went in. My bad, dude. I'm sorry.
No, dude.
Do your shit up. Do your shit up.
Hey, man.
That's shit. When I look at that, man, right? And when people say, "Oh no, you guys are fake," or they're coming in the comments and say, "Where's your money at?" I'm like, bro, do you know what I do? Do you know what I do? Bro, I would tell you this. I'm not gonna say shit, bro. But I'm gonna say this. All the six figures that these guys are talking about, bro, I was making that at 19. Like at 19 years old, I had guys who were in their 50s, who were years older than me, telling me, yo, dog, especially in the industry I was working in, they would tell me, bro, I wish I was your age making the same kind of money you're making right now. All the goddamn time I was doing that. Now, I was young and I did do some dumb shit with it. And some of y'all who was following this channel long enough, y'all know I got in some crazy shit, dog. Okay, I'm a young guy with a fuck ton of money. Listen, man, after you pay all your goddamn bills and you got thousands of dollars left over, bro,
party time.
We partying.
Party time, baby.
We partying, dog. Oh, you give a 19-year-old.
I can understand the mindset.
But that's the thing. That was my mindset, right? And that's the thing. So I already all that stuff. And guess what? I didn't need to take a course to be a high value man to do it. I didn't need to buy a course. I didn't do all that. You know what I did? I went to go sell. I sold cars. I sold financial products. I sold. That's what I did. I sold myself, most importantly. And through that, taking the pain, taking the rejection that comes with all that, I understood how to deal with people better. I understood how to handle myself better in certain uncomfortable situations. I became comfortable with the suck. I became comfortable with the hurt. I became comfortable with the uncomfortable of life. That's what I became comfortable with. And when I come out here and I deal with people and I deal with everything, I already know what the fucking game's all about. I can tell when someone's on some bullshit before they even fucking come up with it because I've already seen you before. I've dealt with it. I had that life experience. And this is what we're just trying to tell you. This is all we're trying to tell you. We're not saying, bro, don't listen to them. We're not saying don't do that because, believe it or not, Fresh and Fit, they're part of the experience. This life, they're part of it. You need to experience ideas like that. You also need to experience ideas like this. You also need to experience like ideas that comes in all these different platforms. You got to experience those ideas because those ideas are going to help you become more of a wholesome human being. But y'all listen to one, you buy into it, you invest in all of it, and because you're so invested in this damn idea that isn't even healthy for you, right? You disregard all the other ideas that are out there, and matter of fact, you go out and demonize it without at least being curious. All you have to do is be curious. Open your mind a little bit. And once you do that, do a little bit of critical thinking. You should try it sometime, right? You do a little bit of that, you realize something. That life isn't just black or white. There's a lot of nuance in it. That's how y'all can sit there and say, whoa, how can you talk about like Fresh and Fit and be so rude and mean to them, but then all of a sudden come out and say that you respect their work ethic and you respect their work? Because I can hold two fucking ideas in my head, bozos. Because I can do that. I can see, I can recognize the hard work because I work hard. You see what I'm saying? When you pay attention to other people and get out of your own head, what you start to do and you start to notice aspects of yourself in other people. This is what happens when you spend time in the real world rather than online. People are different.
Yeah.
And once you start recognizing yourself in other people, you become more empathetic. Matter of fact, you become more of a people ally. I used to say all the time, I used to have a love-hate relationship with people because essentially I love people for what they are and what they become, what they could be, but then also understand people because I understand myself, right? That's the exact same thing. You have a love-hate relationship, but you start to see aspects of yourself in other people. So I can look at them, I can look at Myron Gaines and say, that mother works hard. He just says some dumb shit, right? I look at Fresh and I can say, yeah, this nigga knows how to connect with people. He definitely does. I'm not going to take that away from him, but he doesn't. He says some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You can hold those ideas simultaneously, and this is what it's part of making you a wholesome man. Go ahead.
Why do you think to piggyback from your point, why do you think they are like that, son? Because they're trying to portray a life that they're not. They don't want to be who they really are, though.
It's the Miami culture,
they have
bro.
To sell you the persona. They have to sell you the persona because they know the persona is the one that getting them paid. And trust me, them boys getting paid, bro. Them boys getting paid. There's a lot of weirdos out there that send the money, yo.
Right. I wouldn't say it's necessarily just about the money, right? But it's something, and you see this with a lot of these guys, right? And that's why I like to preach that, don't avoid women on your way to becoming a high value man. You don't need to avoid women until you're 30 or not, like some of these guys like to preach. I don't even believe in that, right? Because I got good with women even before I was even on my way to being what I need to be. But along the way, I'm still talking to girls. I'm still dealing with girls. I'm still doing my thing. The thing is, you need that. You need that. If anything, that should be considered part of personal development.
Part of the package.
Because women are 50% of the other half of the population. And guess what? Even no matter when you turn 30, there are going to be women there. They're always going to be there. Unless you decide to Thanos snap all of them, right? Take all their souls away like fresh, right? Unless you do that, there are always going to be women there. So why would you want to learn later when the game will change from when you were younger versus learning along the way? Building those experiences, building those skills. So I advocate for guys to go out there and deal with women before they're even high value, right? But obviously know the pitfalls and signs that comes with it, right? Obviously, know that you got to protect yourself. Whether it's a camera, whether it's wrapping up, whether it's all these different means to make sure that you're doing what you need to do and you're staying on your path and no distractions. That's all you got to do, right? But these guys push the opposite. They go, no, don't you dare look at these girls. Don't you dare look at these young girls. No, you say that for us. We're already 30. We're 30 above. We get the young girls, okay? We got the money and all that. We get the young girls. But you guys just focus on getting the money. Okay, they get the money. Now they're 30, have zero experience with women. Well, guess what? I'm going to go buy a Fresh and Fit course. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go buy a Fresh and Fit course because that's what I have, right? And I have zero experience and I'm frustrated because I don't understand the game. And I'm going to explain that. I'm going to have it. Oh, shit, we got Low in the building. What's good, brother?
What's up?
I'm gonna tell you that I'll fuck with your shit heavy, dog. You funny as hell, especially your what do you call it? Your other channel where you do the reviews on the basketball.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What is good, man? I just you guys are smack dab in the middle of this whole thing. So go ahead. I'm gonna let you just take the floor on this one, bro.
No, I wanted to come here. I was watching their stream and I was like, it's nothing but an echo chamber. So there's literally no need for me to even be in there. But I just came in here, show support. I love what you was doing. I caught on to you when I guess back in August with the whole debacle and you and Abba was doing a stream. Just came in here to show support and probably give perspective from another point of view that I think a lot of people probably aren't too familiar with.
Okay, go ahead. So what are your perspective, man?
I think because the interesting thing I think a lot of people are missing about this, because I think the gentleman also said, like, why exactly do they do this? I personally, I mean, just my own personal belief, even separate from agent, I personally feel like I genuinely believe that they are attempting to scam like a large portion of men. I just believe that to be the case. And the only reason why I believe that to be the case is I don't know if people even looked at their courses and stuff like that, but it's like some of that stuff, I'm not going to say it's word for word copy and paste, but it's very redundant from a lot of other people. Not only that, it's things that you can clearly tell they're not familiar with, because when you actually watch the things that they say on stream, either they contradict what they do in their actual life. I think there's multiple examples of that, but also it doesn't really add up to, like, logistically speaking, how does it work out? And I think you just highlighted one of them where you're like telling men not to interact with women at all until they get money or something like that. That doesn't make any sense. And then you end up looking like fucking Walter, where you don't know how to interact with women at all. And so you have money. Hopefully you get to that stage of your life where you have an abundance of money, and you don't know how to interact, so you then end up being the lick that someone like Walter is, and they just take advantage of you over and over and over again. And it's like this ongoing cycle that it's so odd to me that they push, but it makes sense for their bottom dollar, because I genuinely believe that they are scamming men. I genuinely believe that.
You're absolutely right, because these guys, these fools say one thing and then they turn around and pivot to the next, and it's like, bro, like if you're inconsistent yourself, how do you not expect your audience to be that same way unless you don't care about them? Then in that case, we understand. And then, but these guys don't. And then they come at you. It's come at us for sure. We get the brunt of it. Oh, you clout chasing and you hating. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Like, I'm not out here flexing. I'm not. You could easily do that. No one is doing that. We just out here pointing out ideas. And does the ideas match? All right. And that's another thing, right? Because you were talking about like getting to the waiting until you get 30 and then, you know, finding women and whatnot. Why do you think we have so many simps right now out here? Right? Yeah. Why do you think we have so? And when you get to that point, right? Because you weren't building the arsenals you needed to basically, once you get to that point, protect your money and deal with women, right? In a way, good way, knowing which kind of women to deal with, because you could have already known that based off the experience. But because you don't know that, your only tool in your freaking war chest is your money. And you don't think the girls can see that? Like, are you tripping, dog? So clearly it's not the greatest advice for these dudes to be taken. And when they get to that spot where these high value males, and I know a lot of high value males, and I know most of them, they don't know how to get boxed like that. They worked, then pay attention to women. They got to the top. Now they're talking about, hey, Drew, how do I talk to this? How do I respond to this? How do I say this? Because they don't have the experience. All they got is their money.
Well, and what's odd is that it's very clear that like Fresh or Walter, whatever his name is, he applies to that type of person immediately, and it's very clear that they feed off of that, like that energy in their audience. Because again, like if you go look at their videos, bro, we're talking about a channel that now has over 500,000 subs. Congrats to them, which is great. Yeah. But then when you look at what actually gets views on their channel, bro, they're like mass uploading now. They talk about views, but they don't talk about how often they've uploaded now. Yep. They start uploading, and that I'm pretty sure they're counting what are the little TikTok shit that they have on YouTube now.
Hold up, let me show you low. I'm gonna show you why they're blowing up so fast. I don't even think their subs are real, bro. Like I real talk.
I've thought about that as well.
I'm gonna show you some proof, bro. Look at this. You see this right here?
Wow.
Right here, dog. Right here. There's a video.
I've actually never seen that.
No, I exposed this a long time ago, but like this was during that whole controversy. No one else was talking about this, right? Because then their sub count was going up, and I'm like, yo, y'all need. That's why I put that whole video with the Goku and whatnot, because this is what it was coming from, right? So I thought it was actually over with. I was wrong because I didn't pay attention until I got back here. But they got 22 more days. I remember when they were doing it, they had 80 days, and they started back in September of this year. That was when after the whole controversy hit, and they were looking for new ways to get their view up. So they mixed up adding not TikTok, what do you call it? YouTube Shorts, right? To pad their views, YouTube Short, along with the regular viewership. But it also kind of like you buying Instagram subs, right? You always gotta, you don't just buy the Instagram likes or followers. You also gotta buy the fucking little pieces that come with it, because otherwise your fucking pages look weird, right? You got 20,000 likes, but then you have 62 fucking likes on a post. Like, make it make sense, people. So in order to pad that and make their views look good, that's what they do. But read that shit. You gotta like the page.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
That's against the community guidelines. They could legitimately get their whole channel removed based off of just this alone. But B, it's so odd to me how often, and it's not odd to me, but it's crazy to me how many people believe it, that they're literally pushing this idea that people are just hating on them. And things like this, like I didn't even know about this, but things like this exist. People know about it, and we still don't blow the whistle on them. There's like the video that they attacked us on, that they did so many community guidelines. They violated so many community guidelines in that video. Yeah. There's so many things they did, and we still didn't say anything. So the audacity of them to go out of their way to put this much attention on their channel, and they're doing all these other things, and like more shit just keeps getting revealed. Like, because I did not know that. I did not know this is what they're doing right now.
This is a big part of their sub growth. Like, that's why this is why I was going even harder at them, right? Because I'm like, okay, if you're not really out here in the space to help men, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, is this just for you guys to get to 1 million subs by any means necessary? Or is it about the message? Exactly what it is.
It is.
But these dudes don't see this, man. They look at this and say, oh, no, you're a clout chaser. The fact that he says your first place prize, if you refer 1,000 people, right, to sub to the page, you get a free trip to Miami plus the $1,000 cash prize, and you get a Rolex.
Yo, this is nasty.
You get a Rolex, dog.
This is crazy. I've actually.
I'm telling you,
What
when
the
they were
fuck?
at when they were at 300,000, when they dropped after that big controversy, low, right? When they dropped, this is when this came out, because July that whole shit was popping off, and then this is when that whole stuff came out. And what I said when that video came out, I said, y'all watch, they're gonna try to use this because not a lot of people know about this, but they're gonna try to use this and the fact that they're padding their YouTube shorts and whatnot as some kind of comeback story. Like this is how we bounce back. All the haters, yeah. Look at us now. We almost 500,000. Look, all y'all hating. They're probably gonna go back on your channel and be like, hey, look, we have 500K now. It's like we know how you're doing it though. But at least we know. Some of the other guys don't, right? They don't pay attention to you. But this is the scam.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. And again, they're doing it just to build a perspective about themselves amongst their audience. And and again, it's sad and ironic because if the whole premise of being in the red pill community, if that's the whole premise is for you not to get to avoid being duped like this, like you're supposed to see through it. You took the red pill so you can see the truth, like what's really going on behind the scenes. If that's what you do and you're claiming that's who you cater to and that's the community that you're in, how is it that you get to a point where you are participating in a bunch of bullshit behind the scenes, A, and B, how is your audience really participating in that if they can't even see the bullshit? That's crazy.
No, they took the red pill, all right.
They don't care, bro.
kept them stuck in that matrix. The only thing it exposed is the fact that the dudes that are supposed to be exposed in the red pill are the fake ones.
I think, like I said, overly emotional. That's what I think it is.
Yo, can you send me that link?
Hey, I'm gonna send you that link, bro. I'm gonna put it in the private chat right now. No, that's what. Look. I'm glad. Listen, no one else knew this was going on, and people would just call me a hater or say, "Oh, you made this up yourself." I'm like, what the? Like, you know the amount of why? Like, why? Just ask yourself this question. Like, why would I do any of this? I'm literally just out here to make sure that everything that y'all doing is genuine, bro.
Isn't there a video that was connected to that though?
Yeah, well, actually, let's play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm not. Listen.
It's their video. So how can you make it if they
let me know if y'all can hear it.
About to launch ffspiritbomb.com, guys. And this giveaway.
Hold on, low. Let me ask you this: have you seen have you seen
dumb?
Have you seen a music video this dude had out to? Or the
high value man. I've seen so many, and you know what's so crazy? They were just on stream today. This is the reason why I left. They were just on stream and they said, I'm trying to figure out, like, when do we ever call ourselves alpha males or high value men? And I'm like, you made a fucking song. You made a song. And then you got the people in the fucking echo chamber like, oh yeah, when did they ever do that? I'm like, what the fuck? You have a whole song.
Yo, they are so disconnected from reality that
the song is called I'm a high value man. That's real, bro. Hold on, let's keep playing. Let's keep playing.
No, to defeat his enemies, he would have to use a spirit bomb, throw it at the person, and he would get the support from all the people. We need your guys' support to hit 1 million subscribers. So we got this giveaway. You need to only do 3 things. Number 1, subscribe to the Fresh Fit channel. Number 2, subscribe to the Fresh Fit Clips channel. And then number 3, if you want the Rolex, go ahead and sign up for Identity IQ, which the link will be below. Tell them about that Rolex a little bit.
Guys, we're giving away a brand new Rolex 2021. Not this one iced out, but two-tone, brand new watch. Just for the supporters, for y'all. We got y'all.
Y'all got 22 days.
I'm about to get these niggas off the platform. This is nuts, nigga.
Now, you guys don't want to sign up for Identity IQ or whatever it may be. That's okay, but if you want the Rolex, you got to sign up for it. Now we're gonna hold
on. If you want the Rolex, so it's not what they were telling you here, right? If you want the Rolex, dog, you gotta buy the Identity IQ, right? You gotta sign up for $1 a month. You pay $1 a month.
You pay them $1 a month?
It's a fake Rolex.
I can't do this.
Hold on, Duke. You know what I'm realizing? These guys are a bunch of just freaking like a bunch of like whores, man, just trying to hoard themselves out to get some freaking views and money.
Listen, that's exactly go ahead. No, you that's right. I posted it in the private chat, by the way. There you go.
I saw it.
There it is, right there. Fresh and Fit, Spirit Bomb. You want to see how Goki get down? Hey, y'all. He wants your energy. You got to give him more of your souls, bro. It's not enough. You got 22 days to give up all your soul so these dudes can get them.
Hey, but guess what? If you get the rollers, you get burning desires. You get burning desires. You get that roller.
And he was also talking about on the last stream when he got exposed with that one chick, right? Miranda, I think her name was, and he was basically talking about the STDs, and he was like, only real niggas get burned. And I'm like, whoa, what? Yo,
what?
Yo.
There's no way.
Dog.
There's
He
no
said
way.
that. Dog. Let me go, bro. I was like, yo, I can't. This dude has to be stopped. Like, clearly, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. And clearly, so it's not that you slept with 1,000 women, but clearly, because it's like, how do you do all that and not get some kind of sexual infection, right? Not let me back right? How do you do 1,000 women unprotected like he says he does, right, and not get burned? And then he's like, only real players get burned. Oh, we done. Okay. I see. No, I'm gonna pull it up. I did a reaction to that video, and that was another one they were trying to take down. It was just none of my videos, dog.
Yo, don't follow those advices, man. Please.
Don't get
Strap
burned,
up.
dog. Please. Wear a condom, fellas. Okay.
Strap up twice.
don't do what these dudes are doing. But let's play some more while I pull this shit up. Y'all listen, bro. I'm not. We expose a lot about these.
I'll go through them real quick. 5 referrals, you get a personal thank you video sent to you, right? Next, 10 referrals, you get a shout out live on air, plus the prior prize, which is the video. Then 25 referrals, FaceTime call with me and Fresh. 50 referrals, Stay Over There t-shirt, which is an exclusive, okay? 100 referrals, AirPod Pro sweepstakes, plus everything prior. 500 referrals, enter to win a PlayStation 5 and all the prior prizes.
A PS5, dog.
1,000 referrals, free trip to Miami, chill with me and Fresh, and you get to come and hang out in the studio, okay? And all the other prior prizes. And then the second prize win is cash prize, plus with everything else, $1,000. And then the first place prize is the trip, the cash prize, and the Rolex, guys.
Guys, I want you to imagine yourself coming to Miami, meeting us in person, going out with us, getting a Rolex on your hand, watching the show live in studio. That's gonna be the best price ever.
What the?
Get that rolling.
And everyone that showed up to Miami trip, I think first and second prizes, you guys will definitely have a good time.
So to our sponsor at DNAQ,
Yep.
Fresh and Fit collab, million subs, let's get it.
Only 3 things, guys. Remember, subscribe to the Fresh Fit channel. Number 2, Fresh Fit Clips channel. Then number 3, sign up for Identity IQ if you want the Rolex. And just you're gonna get a referral code when you sign up. Give it to your friends. Have them subscribe. Done. Peace.
Yo, those are nasty.
Hey, listen, now y'all got 21 days. Now y'all got 20. Hey, time's ticking, brothers. Hey, you want that Rolex or what? Hey, this is it right here. Hey, Fresh. This is my stream. Come take it down, bro. I did this. This is my video. Come take it down, dog. All right, let me see where he said that shit at, bro, because it was wild. I couldn't believe this shit.
I think it was before when he said he smashed like over 1,000 bras.
Huh? What'd you say, Bobby?
I think he said that when right before when he said he fucked 1,000 females. That's when he said that.
So like right about here.
How does this shit keep getting worse? Like I don't understand how this.
Because they faking it, my nigga.
No,
it
keeps getting worse because that's what I was saying, man. It doesn't matter how big you guys become. Right? If you guys don't fix the internal rot that is you guys, like you as a whole, you think being big is gonna like just automatically get rid of all criticism? That's not how that shit works, bro. You gotta fix yourselves. Y'all are fucked up. Essentially, the bigger you get, the more your sides get exposed, bro. You can't cover all of it. So if you're gonna get exposed, this is shit. Listen, this is all. Look at. They're in a relaxed setting right now, and this dude still finds a chain to put on and watch. It's like, yo, she's like dressed down right now. You can clearly tell not a whole lot of makeup on. You still gotta show out. Like why? Like what are you? What?
That's that cornball shit right there.
You see what I'm saying?
That's that cornball shit. That's
what I'm saying. So let me see if I can find it real quick because it was wild.
Wait. Where it wasn't in a
damn. So yo, look at the caps. It was after he said he slept with 1,000 women.
You went too low.
His own people's killing him, bro.
Guy,
His own following.
right
His
now.
own people killing him, bro.
Barbados, right?
His own
They
following.
don't believe them. They're not real.
There's a whole culture of women coming from UK, coming from like, you know,
I think this is where he says it.
Italy, coming from Germany, basically from the States as well. And
Hey,
Barbados, right?
bro,
For
they
sun,
spam the cat, bro. They're spamming the cat
and
right now.
beach, and sex. For me, I was in the position where like I just did cleanup.
there's our own caps.
You have this like written out. You know that it's
No,
over
I
1,000 or you're
Dude.
estimating.
Well, them boys is lost, bro.
Very
I
lost.
wasn't in I had like a setup where like I'll go every night to the same bar. My brother was a DJ. And I was like,
Bro, even look at her
I'm
face,
I'm
dog.
my
She's
DJ brother
disgusted
at
by
the
this dude.
beginning of the
Like,
bar,
women
whatever.
wouldn't find that
No,
attractive.
you're wrong, dude. She just don't believe him. Like, nigga, please. Nigga, please.
19. So from 19 to like 23. And then,
Wait, hold on. From 19 to 23. Okay, wait, but we'll just do simple math.
Whoa, what he said? He said he did that between 19 and 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When, all right, no cap.
A thousand women, 19 and 23.
Nigga,
Like,
I tried to get when he said that. We reacted to it on our last video before they took it down, bro. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was like, all right, maybe if he did this within a decade span, maybe. This nigga is saying he did it in 4 years, bro.
It just keeps
1,000?
getting worse, dog. 1,000 women. 1,000
Yeah, he
women,
would've-
dog.
he would've
It gets
caught
wild.
some by now.
Boom.
Man,
Look
and
at
also,
this.
like,
Look at
remember,
this.
And Barbados had status, so like it's not like I was a nobody. I found it was pretty well off over there.
Look at this.
successful. And yeah. So now you guys know the truth. Like no cap, real talk, that's what it really is. And it's no
Can
troll,
you
man. It's no
Can you
troll.
pause it real quick? Can you pause it real quick? Hold up.
You
Let me
pause
see if
it?
I can.
I think that.
Look at this. Look at her face real quick. I want y'all to pay attention to this girl's face. This is like someone who's very
Yo, this is too funny, yo.
Number 1,000 and what? 1,023, right? Yeah, punch a ticket, please. Does she look fucking pleased? She even freaking said you probably wouldn't.
This
see
nigga
me
got in the
again.
diary.
What the hell does this matter? Why do you think it was a good idea to put us, dude? Like it just shows you that this guy is just surface level to the goddamn core. Like it doesn't make any sense because like there's no self-awareness there, bro. If this is the girl that you're actually digging, like what do you like?
Well, there have been some conspiracy theories in the comments that she's actually getting paid to.
Hold up, let me gonna skip a ways away because I think because we kind of talked through that, but I want to see when he gets back in.
Look, Chris Brown says he's tapping.
Chris Brown, you was asking
Look at this, dog. Look who, like,
was.
look at
I
your own,
always see your comments.
your own people,
shout out
dog.
to you. Do I think he's lying? No, I honestly, sadly, don't think that he's lying. Apparently I underestimated. I just said that I overestimated what it was going to be. I underestimated that shit. It's okay.
Guys,
Bro.
how much do you want? How much do you want to bet that she definitely thinks he's lying? But you know, she's part of like the grift now. And
Look at the
maybe,
caps,
I guess,
dog.
they're, I don't know, dating or something.
Kevin.
So type of 1 in the chat if you think she's at. Type of 1 in the chat if you think she's telling the truth. Type of 2 in the chat if you think that she's trying to cover for her new man.
Are you thinking it's one of these like Instagram, like YouTube kind of relationship thing that you're trying to spin off? Is that what you? Because hey, listen,
We'll do the DJ Academics clip right after that.
You know, it
Hey,
is
look.
what it is.
Hey,
You
look.
know,
Look.
it's fine.
Hey, I'm gonna catch up. I gotta head out. But this is this is crazy.
Why lie about not serious, and then why lie about like how I move? Because for example,
I was gonna say, hold on,
you know me, like how I just move.
Uh-huh.
I
Like,
want to see how when he says it because he does say
I
it.
know it's weird, but you be saying that shit.
Like, yeah, whatever.
So,
Bro, she is so
that
checked
basically-
out,
that
dog. She
basically
is so.
means that basically means she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold up, it's got to be here.
But it's not anywhere near 1,000. Like,
yo, but
nowhere.
I ain't gonna
close.
hold you, man.
Neither is fresh as body count.
Chat niggas, real talk, bro. Don't do it. I'll tell you why. You're gonna get burned a bunch of times, and I mean a bunch of times. Thank God I had nothing like serious. Thank the Lord, but like Bro,
Whoa!
don't do it.
Oh, are you in the
Whoa!
What is he even talking about?
Yeah, in the past, nigga. Yo, any real player has said that.
Like,
Hopefully, it's nothing
Did you hear what he
serious.
said there, Duke? He said any real
If it's not
player.
serious, then
Hold on.
thank the Lord. But like,
Bro,
don't
come
do it.
on
Oh,
now.
are you in
There's
the next
no
one?
way he's saying this. What in the world is he saying?
Bro, listen, listen.
yeah.
Listen, low. You missed it. Low.
No, I heard he
said
said any real player. I heard that.
Any real
Yeah, I heard
player
that
gets,
too.
bro. I just want you to see that. I know you got to go, bro, but I just want you to see that. Like, I shit you not. These dudes are mad, just weird. Like, no, like this is why they have to be stopped, dog. Like this is like, think about it. How many young men who are following these ideologies? Because that's what it is. It's all talking points. It's not really more of like a. It's not. There's nothing constructive about it. Following this and say, okay, I'm gonna go out, have sex with all these, or try to have sex with all these women unprotected, but it's cool because the guy who's telling me that it's okay, it's cool because I got burned. He said only real players do it, so I got a badge on I got a notch on my belt. This is what
That's
it
like
is.
your graduation party.
But we're cloud chasers. I'm telling you, dog. What are your thoughts, bro? Yo.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. I've never heard anybody try to get themselves a pat on the back for a STI or STD. I've never heard that a day in my life. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Hey, that's why when I was like, and when Abba said, listen, there's a
Well,
lot of shit
that's where
that
you're wrong, buddy.
y'all could probably get taken down for or flagged, right? This is what it is. Like, this is shit that we're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
That's why we call them the hardline red pillars, right? So that way, because I don't agree with the red pill. I agree with some of the shit that they say, but these guys, they're too hardline with it. Like, it's just like too rigid, bro. This is not what it was all about. And y'all just bastardizing the whole ideology. So yeah, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Anything else you got to say? I mean, I appreciate you being on here, man. Real talk.
No, I appreciate y'all for spreading more information because the giveaway, the sub giveaway thing to me is like, I don't even actually want to do a video. I didn't know that. I don't even want to do a video on it because I believe if we do a video on it, they might actually, they're already on trajectory to lose their channel, but they might actually lose it much sooner if like somebody really sheds light on that. Like I genuinely believe that. That's crazy. And again, like we don't even really want them to lose a channel, but like the more and more stuff that they get like learned about is crazy. But yeah, if somebody does a video on that and it gets like hundreds of thousands of like views on it, bro, they might lose their channel that night.
Yeah, it's done.
That's like immediately against community guidelines. So
yeah,
I thank y'all for highlighting that. I thank y'all for having me on. Like I said, I love the show, man. I love the show.
I appreciate it, Lo.
All right, Lo, man. You be well, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Stay up, bro. But hey, y'all heard it there. Like, this is some serious shit. Michael, Christian, welcome to the stream, brothers. I'll put you guys on. We got about another 10 minutes and we'll wrap it up. What do you guys got to say on this topic?
I want to say this simple. What the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, man? Like, for real. No, we're like undercover simps, man. I remember I was up in the fucking Pascal show one time, and I was literally explaining like how Fresh and Fit are literally like want to be alpha bozos, and they got it all, and like become behind the scenes and we're acting like undercover simps, literally going hardcore clout chasing, acting like fucking Andrew Cuomo. And I said it earlier, don't be surprised if they see literally runs over the ground sooner than later. Like, I hope it doesn't happen based on what I saw, all that crazy chaos and controversy going down. But the way that this is going on right now with like the lawsuits and freaking what do you call it? Like all like the copyright that's been going on over fair use that you guys have been literally reviewing and transforming by nature, which they fail to realize and they fail to due diligence. Don't be surprised, if YouTube comes up and they thoroughly analyze that town and gets their ass up the fuck up out of here in 1 2
Hold up. I missed the super chat here. Somebody dropped a $50. Jermaine Glenn, what's good, brother? I got to try to find your super chat real quick. Go ahead. Adriano Valentino, I appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 super chat, brother. Low scum human beings are people who take advantage of other vulnerable people's emotions. I wanted to smash Myra in the face for making fun of Playback's weight. That would take me off. Subscribe. No, that's what's up, man. No, even when the way he makes fun of the weight, and even the response to it, where they're like, "Yo, this is somebody's gain is way the fuck up." I can hear everything, dog. But like, it's one of those things where I'm sitting there like, "Yo, why you going towards the ad hominems and the personal attacks, dog?" They combated your ideas. The ideas of you talking about you slept with 1,000 women. that wasn't true, and they clowned it. So why are you giving them that kind of hate, especially the style of hate that comes from high schoolers? That makes no sense. Or should come on high schoolers. Jermaine Glenn, $50 super chat. Shout out to you. Appreciate it, bro. This story needs to be a Netflix series like Tiger King.
Tiger King.
That is facts,
that was
dog.
the
That is
$50.
facts. That is facts. Hey, Michael, what do you got?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Tonight, who is that? Who's that with the game, bro? I can hear the background like chirping. Hold up, let me. No, it's not you.
Somebody probably got their YouTube open.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I
Poppy.
closed
Mute you
mine,
for a second.
so we're all good.
All right. Hold up. Let me unmute Kristen again.
Close your YouTube page.
No, it wasn't Kristen.
I think it's
Oh, no,
me
it was
because
Mike.
my downstairs cleaning up, so that's why you're hearing.
No, you good. It was Michael, but no, Michael's talking now. So go ahead, Michael. You're gonna mute yourself. You good? You good? You still mute, bro?
No, just I'm gonna put in the headphones so it's just a block out the noise. Is that better?
Okay, perfect. Yeah. This is actually a lot better. Yeah, this is good. Perfect. What are your thoughts, brother?
First things first. Let me say a shout out to Papi. Finally nice to talk to you in person. We've always been chatting with each other through the chat. So
yes, sir. Always.
And also, one thing I want to say about Fresh is this: if he slept with was 1,000 women, then I'm Porfirio Rubirosa. And so for her, I'm not sure if you guys know Porfirio Rubirosa is the greatest player of all time. Yeah. So Papi knows what I'm talking about. If you want to talk about players, he man is truly is the GOAT. So for those of you who don't know who Porfirio Rubirosa is, look him up. I'll drop the name in the chat so you can look him up. That's what a true player really is. So I just want to get that out the way. And in this whole Fresh and Fit situation, I mean, boy, it's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing I just want to say is that I'm just I'm just really tired of the narrative that they're trying to push. Where they're trying to make women out to be whores and 304s and sluts and tools to be used because and it's sad that a lot of the supporters can't see that because they try to give you this illusion that
you're a cloud chaser. You're chasing cloud. That's all it is. Meanwhile, that's their entire panel. That's all they do.
Wow. Hate that word so much with a passion.
Make it make sense to me. Somebody make it make sense to me. Your whole platform and podcast is built on top of talking to people who have more popularity than you do. So what are they? What are you guys? But we're cloud chasers because we're doing what they're doing. Make it make sense, people. Jean-Claude Maurice, hopefully I'm saying that right. Is it Maurice or Maurice? If Fresh slept with that many girls, why did he marry a single mom after?
Facts.
And why is he trying to flex in a club and Insta to get women he wants? It's because this dude wasn't really the dude that he's trying to teach you guys to be. Because if he was actually following his own advice and dealing with women and banging all these chicks from the Caribbean or whatever the hell he's been doing, right? Marrying a single mom wouldn't have even crossed his mind, right? Because that's something they preach about. Oh, we're never going to do that. We're never going to do that, right? Yep. While he goes ahead and does the exact same thing. This is before you got famous. So make it make sense, Fresh. Which one is it? Are you capping about the... Let's be real. You capping, dog. You capping, dog. No, I don't believe it. I don't buy it, dog. You didn't sleep with that many women, even if it was tourism, bro. Listen, dog. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. One thing I know about chicks who go to there, they're coming out there looking for studs. And you recently tried to become fit after the podcast. So you definitely weren't fit probably when you were in Barbados. I mean, let's just be real. I'm just...
these motherfuckers, the real reason why they're doing all the copyright strikes right now is because they don't want to take all the heat. They really don't want to take any constructive criticism that all these other YouTubers are actually pointing out and actually listening to opinions. They could have easily ignored all the opinions and just let it be and continue on with their show. But because they put out so much heat and they're getting criticized heavily left to right for all the scandals that they've been having the past 3-4 months, now they want to cry foul. And look what the fuck happened now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ooga booga.
Girls.
Ooga booga, shout out to you. Damn, bro. I wish I had a fucking bomb button. Don, we got to program that in there. All right. But shout out to you for the big bomb dropped in here. I hope that can I can help you afford a Rolex, bro. So you can unsub from them. Yeah, yes. Please, we starving over here. I ain't got no. Hey, listen. It's $20, bro. It don't even disconnect, dog. Help a brother out.
Yo,
fucking
we
right?
trying, dog. I appreciate the super chat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, dog. Real talk. Hey, no, all this stuff we're doing, bro, is we're literally just investing it right back, man. We want to be able to put on a good show for you guys, so I appreciate it. Some of the super chat y'all got, we got the YouTube Premium with it. We got what is it? We got the good cameras. We got all this different stuff, bro. We getting ready for y'all. We getting ready, and we get the females in the building. It's a wrap, bro. And that's the thing, bro, because that's the thing I noticed with the Fresh and Fit. It's like y'all think y'all had a market with this whole woman thing. Y'all get women in the podcast, y'all talking whatnot. That's not the hardest thing to do, right? And that's why I really thought y'all had potential in the space. But you guys can bring the women in, you guys can talk to them, and they can talk to the guys. And that was one thing I was advocating for. You guys have average dudes on there too, right? Along with these girls, and you guys actually have the genuine conversation. So the average guys you guys claim to be defending, right? Then they're right there, and they can also defend themselves and when they're talking to these girls. But you don't want that because it's such a controlled freaking environment, bro. It's not even, matter of fact, it's so controlled, it's at the brother's house. Nothing saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's just saying, dog, like, listen, bro. Listen, if you're trying to get the desired results where you're going to have men and women coming out with actual discussions that's going to benefit them, that's not the way to do it. And cherry picking some of these broads who are toxic, that's not going to do it. Because what you're doing is you're reinforcing the toxic negative ideologies these young men had about this women going in to deal with y'all in the first place. And on top of that, you're preventing them from even actually going out there and trying, because they're going to think the Miami lifestyle, the kind of girls that are living around that area are the same kind of girls that exist in their area. And it's not the fucking case, bro. And that's the issue.
And dude, that's
you don't know the real Miami like I do. They don't know the real Miami like I do. I got family up in the Miami-Dade area. I got family that like owns like a business by literally North Miami. I got family up in Fort Lauderdale that grew up in Fort Lauderdale the whole time. Downtown Miami. They don't know. These motherfuckers don't even know real Miami like I do because I have family growing up over there. I've been over there when I was young. So the fact that they got to come up here and thinking that, oh, this is all glitz and glam in South Beach, you got nothing coming. It's a fucking microcosm that's within that whole area. That's not the real Miami that you know. All right? So I just want to make that very clear. Okay.
That's up. But
hey, I've lived in Florida too.
He was speaking facts right there, bro. And this is another thing, man. This is what I wonder. Yo, this is what I wonder. These guys be pissing off some of those Miami girls, bro. Don't be surprised. One of the Miami girls have their wild ass brother pull up with a stick and spray they shit up, yo. They be like, they be ready to fight, yo. And then, are you see them girls that be swinging on them? All it takes one of them to hit one of them girls, boy, it would be a long day for them boys, yo. I don't want to see that, to be honest with you, though. But
at Myra's own
it would
apartment,
be a long day for them.
At Myra's apartment too.
Yeah,
that's the worst part. Through security at Myra's apartment.
Listen. For those guys talking in the chat, listen. If they would have an honest conversation, I don't mind going up there. I don't mind talking to them. But these dudes, they're not gonna have a real conversation with real ones, dog. They will avoid what they can. Because here's the thing. I'm not come out here and I like to be entertaining with y'all, but I can be a serious dude sometimes, especially when you get me in a debate, dog. Like, I'm not gonna let you get away with shit, bro. You think fucking they're petty, bro? I'm a petty motherfucker, and I'm Nigerian, so that just makes it even up here, dog. So I will hold your feet to the fire, and I'm unapologetic about it, bro. Ain't nothing scaring me like that. I already seen terrible shit in the worst part of people. Ain't nothing out here gonna scare me. But the problem is these guys aren't gonna do that. They're not gonna do that because it's one of those things where it risks. It's kind of be like a DJ Academics episode, right? Except for it's gonna be like, oh shit, well, there's Duke and Don, and he's pointing it out, and now they're all the rebuttals. That's not gonna work. They're not gonna risk that, right? So even guys like Donnie Boy, right? Donnie Boy ain't gonna risk everybody coming up. He already said, I'm done debating. Yeah. Kevin Ray Wilder, you guys, screw you. I'm never debating them again, right? It's like, yo, so you're closing off your platform. You're not having all these ideologies to be challenged like they should be. Okay, well, why should people keep listening to you if you should have your ideas go unchallenged, right? Because if your ideas can't fucking stand for themselves, okay, what else is happening here? What else is happening here? Are you actually helping these guys to think critically or teaching them a fucking talking point? That's why they're coming out here talking about 304s and all these different linguos and whatnot, because y'all adopted from your daddies.
Because these
Fuck
motherfuckers
you
are
talking
shallow minded.
about?
It's that simple. It's very
Wild,
simple.
bro.
Too
Wild.
shallow fucking minded. They don't even have too much skin in the fucking game at all. And like what you see up in Fresh and Favorite, all these women they have posted up there is like a very small glimpse of what the whole world's about. They don't know no better at all.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
They're just nerds.
That's the
Be
big
honest.
importance of it. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with being nerds. Listen, man,
Ain't
I used to
nothing
tell
wrong.
people all the time,
Yeah,
man.
ain't
Even
nothing
like
wrong with that,
right during middle school, right before that, I was an introvert, bro. I was mad introverted, dog. I was too busy building worlds in my own head, planning everything out to a fucking T. I was too busy doing that without actually existing and living life in reality. So in my mind, I'm sitting there like, all right, if I'm thinking about all these things that I need to do and I need to get done, I got to figure out a way to basically exact my influence in this world.
right
And
there.
the only way to do that is to be able to be extroverted. Oh shit, I have to teach myself how to be good with people, because the one thing I recognized, especially when I was in my introverted mind, I was like, well, people are definitely important because you're going to need them to get ahead. No matter what in life, you're going to have to go through people. And you can do that one of two different ways, right? The first way is to just boom, a bull run right through people. But here's the thing, you're going to start making a lot of enemies that way, and it's going to end up in the end being counterproductive to you. Or you learn the rules of the society. You learn the rules of the game. You learn how to say things in certain ways, phrase things in certain ways where it doesn't create friction when you're dealing with when you not only deal with the opposite sex, but when you're dealing with people. Because when you do things in a way, you frame things in a way where it's reducing the amount of friction, guess what? People are gonna like you. People don't want to be around you. They say, hey, that guy's easy to be around. That guy's fun. I have a good time when around that guy. Yeah, positive feelings. Before you know, when we talk about recommendations or even they got a position in their office opened up, right? They're thinking about that guy that they had a great interaction with. And it wasn't just because of what the shit that we're talking about. It's just the body language and how the person made them feel right there. Oh, man, talking to that guy, he was like he reminded me of my best friend I knew. Talking to that guy, he was real, bro. That's what it is. That's how you do it. You learn those skills to help you move through people without friction. And once you learn that, the world's your fucking oyster. That's actually how you become successful. I don't see anybody else preaching that. I don't see anybody else talking about that at all whatsoever. They're just talking about, hey, no. It's so easy. You got to buy this course. No. It's not easy. Because if it were easy, everybody be doing it. It's simple. Because it's simple. It's because everything is laid out right there, the way you can follow it, right? But there's a difference between simple and hard. Simple because everything's laid out for you. You don't have to do anything, right? But means you have to actually do the work to get there. What these guys are selling you is, no, you just take this course and you're going to be fine. You just listen to what they say and you're going to be fine.
Bullshit.
That's not reality, bro.
Yeah.
You need to go out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Duke.
And the thing is, like,
I'm gonna let y'all have the last word.
That's fine. School won't teach you this shit. College won't even teach you this shit. Community college ain't gonna teach you that shit. Not even graduate school. Not even a PhD program. And even work to a lesser extent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be figuring this shit out and practicing on your own, and try to learn how to meet new people along the way and keep developing your skills. I gotta learn this. We're gonna have like the same reason. I'm still struggling trying to see how I can get better at communicating. I'm getting a lot better, but I'm not all the way I should be. I'm not as like high value as portrayed. But as long as you get like the basics down, like get structure with your life, order, discipline, character, communication with your life, and make sure you have a strong frame, you're gonna be fine. Like the path for you is gonna be a lot similar than you think. Enough said.
Yeah, and
We'll talk, Christian.
Yeah, and no, I just wanted to say this, Luke. Listen, Duke, you were 100% spot on. None of this is easy. You know, it's not easy at all. I mean, listen, if for all the Fresh and Fit supporters that that probably maybe a little bit insecure, don't know where yet, maybe learn a little something from me. I mentioned in the chat that I didn't date until I was 26, and the reason why I didn't date and the reason why I waited so long was because I was so painfully shy. I was so introverted. I was so fearful of rejection from being ridiculed by women. But eventually I got to a point where I said to myself, you know what? I just got to dig in there and do it and take the hits along the way and keep moving forward. And it was hard. It was hard, having to answer some of the tough questions and not only get rejected, but be rejected harshly at times. But and even with my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend was a single mother, and of course the narrative that gets pushed is that all single mothers are or toxic and all this. But you know what? The reason why the relationship didn't work was because of me. I take full responsibility for not doing what I was supposed to do, and it was a hard lesson to learn. And now today, I'm in a healthy relationship with a beautiful Nigerian sister. So that was a question.
Hey, Nigerians, bro, we killing in house over here. We coming in, we cleaning the house, we cleaning up everything. But congrats, bro. But that's the mentality I'm talking about right there, right? Because here's the thing: I've been married before, I've been divorced, I've gone through all that, right? And here's the thing: that's what a lot of people don't freaking understand, man. It's a freaking process. But the thing is, when they talk about it takes two to tango, you got to understand what you did wrong with it too. When I went through my divorce, bro, I was like, oh my God, like what is happening? Like the custody battle, child custody brought me to the manosphere, right? When I was going through custody battle, that brought me to the manosphere. That's what I'm like, yo, what's happening here? What I got to figure out how to navigate this bullshit because I don't know what's happening, right? But I came here and I learned, and I got some valuable information, and I'm out, right? And that's what it is. But it's one of those things where I left the situation. At first, initially, I was blaming my ex. I'm like, she cheated. She did this. It is what it is. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I'm feeling all butthurt. But then you start to think and start to look back and look at the shit that you've done. Oh, shit, I wasn't a perfect little angel either. Yeah, I was neglectful. I wasn't paying attention. I was too rigid. I was all these different things that could have contributed to that, right? So now that I was able to look at myself objectively and move myself out of my own goddamn way, I can now see and have helpful relationships with other women, with other people. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with you women out there, right? When you talk about taking all this time to heal, actually put in the work. But don't just stay to yourself and focus on working and all that stuff like that. Because just like we talk about the guys not focusing on women by the time they get 30, by the time you get to 30 or you get to a certain spot, you're not going to understand the new dating market nowadays. You're not going to understand how men move nowadays or what they're thinking. Most of y'all wouldn't even know. Most of these dudes have the same kind of mentality like these fresh and fit dudes out here, like the Donnie boys of the world, like the Rolos or faking fraud guys out there, right? You don't realize that they would have this mentality, and by the time you're ready to get back into the game as a woman, looking to date all these other guys who are looking for an eligible man and realize you can't find one, is because you weren't hip to the game of what these guys were doing. You weren't paying attention. You didn't have one foot in the door because you got hurt and you closed off. But not just coming at you, the same thing the dudes do. All I'm saying is we got to do something here in this space where we stop saying, okay, it's a man issue, a women issue. Okay, if we're going to have a new space, right, where everyone in the manosphere is talking about, right, we want to bring men and women together, the next iteration of this, right, there needs to be no longer a men versus women thing, but actually start pointing out the flaws that is human. That's inherent within the both of us. So that way we can point out the conversation and have a healthy one and know which direction to go from. Otherwise, if we just say, oh, no, women are at fault. One woman, you got to do this. You got to have this. You got to ask this, right? And the women on the other side just say, oh, you men ain't shit. Oh, you guys got to do this. You got to do that. This is how you be a man. No one's going to be listening to each other. Everyone's just going to be talking. And that's the situation we have right now. Let me get the super chat. Ooga booga. I got to say your name like that because that's what it sounds like to my head. Y'all know the Crash Bandicoot. Y'all remember those games, that video game Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah, I remember those games,
yeah. Bro, I'm kind of mad. That's a dope name though. Bro, I'm kind of mad. I gave grift and obesity money via super chats, but I'll support the real ones to rectify my mistakes. Oh shit, you used to support Fresh and Fit? Hey, no worries, man. No worries. No worries. Listen, man. We majority of the people that follow us here, man. I won't say majority of it because now we're growing. There's a whole bunch of y'all coming from all these different places, but when we started, a lot of our people who were following us, those of you guys who were following us from day one, y'all know how badly we used to get trolled. Now look at the chat. You barely see the motherfuckers in there because it was clean house. But we didn't clean house going through and blocking people. Matter of fact, you were blocking most of them. But it's one of those things where it was just like, hey man, listen. We just based off the message, a lot of these trolls were able to sit here, listen to what was going on, and guess what? We converted most of them. Like, they out here watching this shit right now. They're like, oh, shit, I guess I was wrong. I didn't have to go ban Fresh and Fit. I didn't have to go try to do any of that. I just said, hey, this is the counter idea to what these guys are preaching. You guys figure this shit out. And they did, didn't they? So it just goes to show you, man, this is what needs to be happening. Definitely more discussions, definitely more dialogues. But no, I don't say feel bad about it. But the fact that you're objectively Ooga Booga. Let me put your super chat back up here. I'm gonna talk to you for a second, brother. Right? So this right here, it's all right. Own it. As long as you own it and you're willing to look objectively at yourself and push yourself out of your own way, brother, you got this. You got this. This is the first step to all healing. The first step is recognition that you have a fucking problem. Something that the guys you used to follow will never do, even to this day. To this day, they won't do it. They ain't gonna do it. So you right now are showing way more maturity than some of these guys will. All right, any last minute thoughts? We're gonna wrap up here.
I want to say this. The opposite sex ain't really your enemy, because I know they get a lot of folks are thinking, oh, it's misandry, it's misogyny, all that. No, misinformation to see is like the real true enemy. You know what I'm saying? We're fresh and fit. I honestly am very indifferent with them. If they have their channel kept, good. We'll still continue to learn from mistakes they'll continue to make, and then they'll continue to act the fool. But if their channels get shut down, oh well, karma's a bitch. We hate to say we told you so. We hate to say that you literally exalt yourself too much, your ass get humbled real fast, just like this. You feel me? So again, we respect folks out here. As long as you get the right information down, you actually apply it in your life, and then you actually practice it day in and day out, you should be fine. So
there you go. That's what's up. Poppy, you got anything?
Yeah, man. I honestly don't want them to lose their channel, bro. It's not because of them. It's because it's people that are eating off the channel, like their family. You see what I'm saying? Their family members, the people that work behind the scenes, and they all black. And I'm all about black people getting money, bro. So that's the number one reason I do not want them to lose their channel, because it's not about them too. I'm pretty sure them too is supporting at least 10, 20 family at the bare minimum. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't want to see that shit at all. I
and
want
you
to
gotta focus on Chris, and you got to focus on Trey as well, because they're the ones that are working behind the scenes, keeping that show going. And you have a Twitch segment, you got an Apple Podcast, you got Spotify as well that they got to be dealing with. So if it gets shut down by YouTube, Twitch will quickly notice that and they'll try to see like, okay, does it like violate their guidelines also? Apple may review it saying, okay, does it violate our guidelines? And so on and so forth with like Anchor, SoundCloud. I don't know what other podcasts they got up there. They got like Windows podcasts, or it is. Any other podcasts they have up
Apple
in
too,
there?
I think they on Apple.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts. You definitely have, because I listened to them before. I know.
Yeah, like I don't want it to lose their channel, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I don't want it to lose their channel because yes, it's a lot of people that are just eating off that channel. I don't want to see that, even though I don't know if they claim to be black, but hey, it's a lot of color people working in there, and I would hate to see that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're gonna change, because obviously they haven't changed at all, bro. They motherfuckers keep doing the same mistakes, bro. And they're dealing with a lot of girls that live in Miami. If you pay attention, like most of the girls, they like work in Miami. They dancers or OnlyFans. Most of them are local. They're gonna fuck around and mess with that one girl with the crazy baby daddy, with the crazy brother. In Miami, I live in Miami before, bro. I know how Miami is. Bro, it's nothing but killers out there, bro.
There's some like, you want to talk about like them Asians, bro, them Hazopan dudes.
No, that's
not your biggest problem, bro. I got Haitians
the freaking cutting up chickens and shit. Hey, no.
Yo, that's not even their problem, man. Yo, everybody in Miami gonna pull out some big shit that they don't want to see, man. I'm telling you, I go to my peoples live in Miami. Every time I go to Miami, I'm protected. I'm good in the hood over there, son. So look, they're gonna, but they don't. The problem is they don't know what they're dealing with. So they take on this persona like, yo, I'm alpha. All right, they're gonna show you alpha. Real fast.
But that goes to the whole high school mentality I'm talking about, because that's what I'm saying. These guys don't understand people, and they don't understand that like with people, you got to treat them differently. People take things different. That's why I can go to the hood. I ain't got no problem dealing with. Dude, I know people who, bro, the kind of people I know that I done shit with back in, bro. Like you wouldn't even know, bro. I told you I used to be a effed up individual, dog. But like it's one of those things where you go through the experiences, and I'm here. I'm not hiding it. I'm not telling you guys I'm a perfect dude, but I'm here to tell you that this shit is real. I know some brothers right now, bro, that'll put you away like for less, dog. For less than they did. But the reason why I'm able to sit there and deal with them and shit like that is because I understand how they work. And I understand most of them, it's just respect, dog. Because this is that life is what they got. They can't, because I can sit in the room, I can be chilling with them, I can be smoking them and whatnot. But I already know that, hey, listen, outside of what y'all got talking about, I got other shit going on, right? So I got shit that even one of the dudes I've been chilling with, bro, literally, bro, there's certain situations that I would have gotten in, but he ended up talking me out of it because he already knew, like, hey, bro, you got something more, and I can already tell you're not that dude. You're saying for you, dog. Yeah. Go study math or some shit, right? Go do that. You're smarter. Go do this, right? So I even had those kind of people looking out for me, but it's one of those things where if you're in a room with those people, the basic thing is respect. That's all they're looking for, because this hood shit, this life shit, this is all they got. The respect is all they got. So they kill you over that shit. They will kill you just to get that respect back. I don't care about them going to jail. Bro. They got what they wanted in that situation. So how do you move with those guys? You move with tact. You understand? You use those basic skills, those interpersonal communication skills to deal with them. When you go and try to be alpha and out-alpha them, someone might be packing, and they might not like what you say. They might not like the kind of word you say, and before you know it, it's a wrap, dog. It is a wrap. So, hey, Zankoro, you again, dog. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you, bro.
Oh, I
like,
got him already. Don't worry about it. I got him.
Somebody got to get you some Jesus in your life, bro. All right, like that's what it is. You got to get some Jesus. Hey, listen. I hope I get another one. Hey, listen, Zankoro. I hope they give me another freaking strike, bro, because that's the end of their channel. So you sitting there caping for your dudes. They might not have a channel in 7 days. Hey, I'd be worried about that than worried about what's happening here. What's happening here is basically calling out the shit that if they actually would have listened, they wouldn't have got to the point where they're out here about to lose their channel in 7 days. So you come back to me after they lost their shit. If they lose their shit, I'm not gonna jump the gun here, right? If they lose their shit, and you tell me how much Fresh and Fit is still helping your life from the grave, right? So that's what it is. My closing thought about this is, I'm sorry, moves to people, but my closing thought about this, man, is like, listen, man, nobody hates Fresh and Fit. Nobody wants them gone, just like Poppy said, just like Chris just said, just like everyone else on the podcast says, minus a couple people who were very adamant about getting them off, which I definitely said I disagree with. No one wants them gone. Everyone, they have a space in this market. Everyone understands that. It's just the fact of the matter is the messaging is off, and there's something about the message needs to be corrected. However, if y'all don't keep going down this path, listen, brother, you got 7 days to figure all this shit out. And you got to understand one thing. When you're sitting there, right, looking at your fucking channel and the fucking mistakes that you've made to get yourself and the channel to this point, I hope you realize that it's not the world who did this to you. It's you that did this to yourself. And I'm talking to you boys at the Fresh and Fit. As for you, Donnie boy, listen, bro. I am excited to see the mess you're going to bring out to explain this bullshit. With that being said, guys, catch you on the next live.